This is the Levels Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the Triple OG Willie Mason and the Bro Lukey Stowe.
It's been a slow news week.
Rocking the Hello Sports EELS 13 plus.
They're going to doggies 13 plus soon or what?
Yeah, they've got every club.
Yeah. I didn't know they had dogs. Yeah. Can't.
You reached out to Tom.
I can't be rocking that this year.
Yeah.
One. We're like 1 point. 1 to 12.
Dogs 1 plus.
Can we go eels? I mean dogs 1
plus 1.
1 to 10. 1 to 4.
Dogs maybe.
Oh god.
Just be happy with dogs for the win at the
dogs
moment.
Dogs
win. Yeah. I told you to just pull up. You're a little bit fired up. Still a little bit pissed off with the Olakwatu situation. Elaborate more because
Lukey just said that. I was like, Hamole, if I'm not in the, just say if my team's got the bye, right? And you just drop me, not even in the 19-man squad, but in the 20, so you want me to train all week just in case. And I'm like, I'll be thinking, can I go and have a break? And you hear these rumors. I think Reedy was saying that people were worried about what he does at Manly compared to the New South Wales load, and he couldn't get through training. And these are rumors allegedly, right?
Yeah. So thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking if he's a little bit busted on that, and most players are catered like they know that their S&Cs go, hey, this is what Mitch Moses does. This is what Nathan Cleary does. This is what so there's a lot of information going into camps.
Can I ask you a question quickly on this specific topic? Did you ever go into a camp and either try to implement what you were doing at Dogs to keep your normal preparation, or if you were carrying something, did you?
It would have to be a major.
It would have to be an injury, right? Okay.
I carried a cork through the whole Origin series in 07.
Yep.
And I couldn't play club football, and I was just getting right for Origin, got hit again, and it just like I couldn't run till like Thursday. Yeah, it was fucking awful.
Yep.
Leg was black. But you just could play Origin. Then by the end of that, just got through it. But there was no way there was ever any Soupsy, Scotty Campbell, or anyone going, Willie can't do.
Do you think that's more common now in the modern day because of the training loads?
Of course, because of the training loads and the
stress on club level?
Yeah, it is, because club level has gone from here to fucking here where we are.
Yep.
Where we were here, it's right there now with the amount of workload and everything like that. So obviously Hamole does different work. He's a big man, mate. Yeah. He's a fucking 6'4", 118 kilo giant, powerful machine. Right, he's gonna do different things than what can I say, like Tolu Kola, you know what I mean, or a little hooker who they're just little machines. Everyone's different now, and I was all about that when I was coming through, but everyone just got hit with the same yardstick.
Yeah, I'll ask you. You were comparing different positions, but I'd imagine that Olakwatu would train different to Hudson Young, similar to in the modern game. I would think. Now, because of the information, you would train different to Hindy.
Yeah, I would.
You know what I mean? Because of your size and
like
what
even
Hindy does.
Like Gallen, some blokes, like we were just hit with the mentality was you get in Origin camp, just fucking train as hard as you can.
Everyone trains the same.
Everyone trains the same. You would have to be absolutely busted.
They didn't even break up in forwards and backs back then, did they?
It was all in, all in. You come in, whatever you had done at Newcastle or the Bulldogs or anything like that, it goes out the window. Especially if you're at 100%, you've done your medical, everything like that. You are fucking underneath the New South Wales Blues coaching system, S&C, blah blah blah. There's no fucking rest, and everybody knew that. Obviously, times change, right? I'm talking fucking near 20 years ago when I was.
Do you think for the better or the worse?
Oh, that's
pros and cons to it.
There's pros and cons, because as I said, the game's worth a lot of money now. It's near the billions of dollars. Players are worth $1 million. The highest paid player back then was being $500-600. It's changed and it's professional as fuck.
Hamole would be close to $1 million.
Hamole's one of them, mate, and I'm from Manly. I'm protecting him.
Yeah,
and he needs his routine. Some of these players are stuck in their routine where they have to be. I'm not saying Hamole's one of them. Cleary could be one of them. Liam Martin, all these sort of other guys. Payne Haas. Some blokes are very durable. They just whatever. But some aren't. Some have to be catered different. Otherwise, they don't get to. The main goal is what? Thursday to Sunday, whatever. Playing that 80-minute effort at your maximum capacity, right? optimum fucking physicality, everything like that. And it's to play next Wednesday at your fucking optimum. I don't give a fuck what you do now, right? Here, as long as you can turn up on Wednesday, right? I'm all about that. You could if I watch Mitch Moses fuck around doing his little gives a fuck. Do that, mate. Fuck, especially as a forward. Fuck off, mate. Good. Go do your little leg swings and all that sort of shit. I've seen that all before. It's cool. Make sure he's ready for the game. That's what I'm worried about. Mitch Moses, he playing, or if I see Joey like that or Danny Badil outside backs, I'm like, fuck, I want those fuckers ready. Forwards are sweet. We're just different, built different.
OB's sweet as well.
OB's they're a bit more precious, right? St. George were like that. They were getting like that. Matty Cooper and Gaz come in with their shit. Oh, Matty Cooper, he does now.
Yeah.
Because they never used to train like that.
But you got to get the runs on the board first.
You got to have your runs. Yeah, but that's before they had their runs on the board, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming a little bit precious to St. George boys.
So back to your frustrations, and you were alluding to Hamole. Do you think he?
I don't think if he where Lukey goes, he didn't know until he got into camp that he wasn't in the team, and I'm like, if I had the bye, and then I'm not even in your plans to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, can I go and have a rest?
Interesting.
I would be like that. I don't want to fucking be around the team. I'm that fucking filthy at not getting picked in the first place. This is the worst place for me at the moment mentally, because I want to fucking tear Dylan Lucas's fucking head off. That's me personally. I don't give a fuck.
That's the competitor in you.
That's the guy. I'm like, oh, don't put me in this position here. I need to be having a break with my family. Like, this is where I need to be. I don't need to be in New South Wales camp as a 20th man, not even in your fucking plans, right? Go back, get fucking hungry, start dealing with, like, you know what I mean? Like, decompress a little bit. It's just going to be hyped more. The camp gets fucking more intense.
Do you think he's got the runs on the board for that, though?
That's what the other thing is. And I think, I just think they should bring,
because I think that would put a cross next to his name.
When you're in that position, this is me looking at both sides. I'm like, well, he's only played like 3 or 4 games.
Oh, let me quickly ask you this then. This is because I've got to give you an example.
Yeah.
All right. 2 games in, or you've only played 1 series, Willie Mason, but you've been dropped back in a similar situation. A player's beat you out like a Hindmarsh or whatever who was
Not
around
fucking
your
Hindmarsh. Please.
Love you, Hindy. Let's use an example. Steve Simpson, Ben Kennedy,
BK.
whoever it is, right? They've beaten you. Ben Kennedy's a good example. Newcastle.
Love him.
So there we go. Big Tongan Willie Mason gets beaten out by Ben Kennedy, Newcastle. Perfect comps.
Yeah.
You only played 1 series.
Yeah.
Are you telling anyone in the staff that you're gonna? All right, fuck that. I'm not 18th man. I want to go back.
He's not even 18th man.
But that's the example of what it is. Back then, it's a 4-man bench.
That'd be a conundrum.
I
understand what you're saying. I just think he's there. I think he's. I would, as a coach, I'd be like, how you like? I think Loz should be coming in and go, mate. I'm not playing yet. You've got a chance to either stay in camp or you can go home and enjoy the time with your family. I think that should be an option for him, because I'm just like, I think that'd be the worst place for him at the moment.
Here's where I push back ever so slightly, but and not like with. Because I haven't been in those situations or whatever, but the thing that I would be worried about for Hamole, I think it would be frowned upon, even if they did allow it, and you open up the door for. I know he's injured at the moment, but just say he wasn't injured. Like Liam Jacob Martin. Preston comes in, or Liam Martin comes in. Like they get they get invited into camp, and then you shuffle down the pecking order, mate.
Yeah. At what point is it? Like your state too. It's like, I'm here to help the state.
I know. There's a lot how in this. This is how I'm fucking.
But that's why we love your passion.
This is my thinking. Yeah. I'm just like, fucking get me out of here. It's the worst space for me. This is the worst fucking place for me at the moment. I just got dropped. You just bring me in. It's like just shoving it in my face, and you're fucking right there, and you're thinking, you should have been dropped. Be different if he had the worst fucking game of his life, and then he deserved to get dropped, right? I'd be filthy if I got dropped to the fucking bench if I was him.
What about what Laurie's saying about the why? Do you reckon the conversation in-house is different than what he's putting out on 360?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Laurie's straight back. Laurie fucking straight back. Fuck off. Yeah. He should have those conversations with Hamole. This is why he got dropped. And I'm just thinking, like, if you see Hamole out of camp in the next couple of days, don't be surprised they haven't had a chat and going, do you want to be here? And I think you should be able to bring a young kid in who's going to be the next guy out.
Like, I saw one of the Couchmans in camp.
They've got, I was listening to the radio on the way in.
Give him a taste of that. I think it'd be more, I think it'd be like, just say if they made it clear, like Hamole can either stay or go, we can bring another kid in, like I'm not sure who's a fucking up and coming back rower.
Here's another scenario, Mace. I'm just thinking about this as we're going because I love this conversation.
I'm just.
What if someone gets injured and then like he's been in camp the whole time and been around the preparation?
That's another thing that can happen.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't wish that upon anyone.
No.
I'm actually, by the way, I want to make this clear, and I think you'll agree with me. I'm fucking rooting for Dylan Lucas too.
I love Dylan Lucas.
He's been copping drive-bys over the last couple of days.
And I fucking apologise because of my passion, but I'm just like, I love Dylan Lucas.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you're picking a person out of position. He's not a right. He's like Hamole. He's a left side back row. Hamole's a right side back row. If you're not gonna fucking pick Hamole, pick that motherfucking dog who's out at Penrith. I don't give a shit if he's played 2 or 3 fucking games. He's got 2 80-minute games under his belt. Pick that fucking maniac.
Another scenario then, because
then Dylan Lucas goes back to the bench where he should start.
Another scenario for your argument.
Off the bench.
If Hudson Young, for whatever reason, was suspended or injured and wasn't playing in this game, and then Liam Martin played game 1 and was selected in game 2, because Hamole is a right side specialist, would you would not consider Hamole on the left and then therefore would be happy with Dylan Lucas on the left because you view him as a left side back row?
I wouldn't mind that. I would have Dylan Lucas at the left side.
So you're hating that Dylan Lucas is playing on the right just as much as Hamole's been,
He's out of position. It's like when they fucking, even with the test side, when I said, fuck, like he's playing on the right side, it sort of takes it, because they're predominantly left arm fucking hold, like ball holders. It changes all your mechanics.
So you think edge players are becoming more and more specialist
Very
players?
specialist players. Like Liam Martin is the fucking king right side specialist. Him and Hamole are fucking 1 and 2. Hamole is number 1 right side back row in the game at the moment.
This year.
Yes, for this
On
year.
form.
Liam Martin, the last 4 years.
Yep.
Angus, the last 4 to 5. Huddy's taking over right now, right? But like right now, like you got Huddy Young on that left. And Dylan Lucas is probably 2 when you think about it. The right side, I'm looking at Hamole now because he's doing all the little things right. Everyone's saying, he was bad on some kick chases and shit. Like, didn't start with that intensity. I'm like, he was a little bit off. But who fucking wasn't off?
That was one of your points in the post game. That was literally the first thing you said. His kick chase was on.
Yeah,
it was on. And people are saying it was off.
No, his intent was good. He missed a mark slightly where someone was able to break away, and it led to it was a little bit messy.
Yeah.
But like, I can, and this is why I don't buy that excuse, because you can fix, you can clean up technique.
Yeah.
You can't clean up intent.
No.
Like, and with regards to the intent that New South Wales missed the jump,
everyone had.
You could see that Katoni and Hamole on that side were trying their best, and they just sort of they were so close to just fucking licking.
Yeah,
Selwyn
and I'm like, I'm a fucking realist, mate. I would say, Hamole, he missed a couple of little things, right? Because his intent was down there, and then like he's only a centimetre off fucking getting you shoulder on chest. You know what I mean? Like he's a big fucking hitter. People understand that. Like even Selwyn does. Selwyn's fucking very hard to hit, but he knows Hamole's going to put me on my back if I run anywhere near that right shoulder. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't happy with his attack at the start, but then I understand it because there's 4 or 5 sets in a row we dropped the ball. And he's right side back row, and in Origin it goes fucking bang. Next minute, it's fucking 12, 13 minutes on watch. I said, he hasn't touched the ball yet.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Katoni hasn't touched the ball yet. You know what I mean? He had maybe a couple of scoots out of dummy half. And I think it's the maturation process of being a starter in Origin, right? Off the bench when he got played in the middle and fucked around by Madge, he wasn't played right. Now he's starting, right? There's a difference between fucking starting in Origin and being a bench player in Origin, right? Now he's got that starting spot, and I'm like, just doesn't deserve to get dropped in my eyes. If I'd have said he missed all these tackles and fucking didn't make any impact with the ball, didn't have a crack in the second half, when we got all the momentum in that, it was off him. Ethan Strange, a couple of offloads here, a couple of really good hits. Fanul Blake had a better second stint because we got more ball. Do we not understand how the fucking game's played? It's possession, right? What do you expect Hamole to do? Just fucking sit on his right side, get early ball when they're full gassed, knowing full well that Hamole is our guy. We stop our guy and we stop adding in the middle. We smack the shit out of Hamole out wide and we just fucking rush him. That's what he got, right? That's Origin. Then I think he proved to everybody on the weekend that he can fucking do what we wanted him to do. Open side runs, 260 metres at the best, nothing but that off the 9 or the 7.
Hardly any decent ball, was it?
No ball,
it was all
but
tough
fucking
carries.
tough carries. And that for me, if I'm Loz going, all right, you fucking listen, you understand. That's what I want in Origin. Implement that, take it into that. And that would have just fucking crushed him being dropped. Crushed.
I love it. By the way, all reports from your man, Mr. Exclusive.
He got kicked out of training, didn't he?
Mr. Exclusive
He's behind the
himself.
fence. He'll get in there.
Who's that?
Exclusive.
Yeah, well,
He got booted after 10, didn't he?
Did he?
She told me, yeah.
Yeah, they gave him 15 of the
I'm
best.
going to give you a tip, Exclusive. Get the phone a little bit far away from your head.
Here we go.
Did you see someone
it's a
commented
fucking-
that?
I've got it here. So
Get your head. It's like I'm fucking talking to you right now.
Gin and Tonic G&T, is that Scope or Danny Weidler framed up in Triple AG's camera shot? So little Lenny was here. She pushed the camera.
Yeah.
Lukey ended up adjusting it maybe half an hour in.
It was about maybe like 10 or so where it was really bad. It was like half your head.
So the people.
Oh, is that when you said?
Yeah,
I saw her fucking around with this thing.
I'm hearing your sort of camera shot
Yeah,
the whole
right.
time while you're talking. So Lenny had bumped the camera and we didn't realise.
I think Lenny's Danny Weidler's cameraman. Did Lenny do it? Lenny got a side hustle already.
Lenny Wilder.
Lenny Weidler.
Lenny Weidler.
Is he doing the thing on his phone? Like he's reversing it? Come
I
on,
love how he's
Come on,
committed to
D-Dub.
that.
No, he's a king. He goes, they keep me out after 15. He'll get in anywhere. I've been in train where he's hiding behind bushes.
Before we move off the New South Wales stuff, I don't think this has been mentioned. I've just been thinking about it. I was playing golf with Fletch yesterday and I asked him this question around Mitch Moses and them. It was more the explanation from Laurie around the Mitch Moses situation, and then Stephen Crichton.
Yeah.
Why
What
was
about that
why was Stephen Crichton not afforded
3 days?
a couple of days when Mitch Moses was?
They spoke about that on 360. It's the same S&C as the Bulldogs, so it's not like they wouldn't have had that mail about his
S&C,
injury.
like Travis with New South Wales.
Yeah,
Is he back in New South Wales?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
he is. Yeah, he was.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Well, he would like, and the thing is, like the after match.
Yeah.
Usually I don't, but I went back and watched it with Braith, and he's saying, yeah, it's the first time I didn't needle all year,
So-
and everything like that. And I'm like, well, he proved that he could get up and catch the ball. Like he proved, I still think he's way off what Stephen Crichton can do.
So everyone's been caught up in the whole Hamole Olakwatu situation.
Yeah, I'm forgotten about that. I'm
So-
like,
so my-
Critter got fucking half an hour.
So my question
So
is,
you're in the side now. You're not.
my question I pose to you, and this is
I know what question.
this is a question. Like can't say this with any certainty, but has Critter been dropped?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I was going to butt in, but I was just going to say you're going to ask
Have
me if
they,
you got dropped
have they used his injury?
without being officially dropped media-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has. I honestly think he has. Because you don't have that. You don't get selected in the side, and then half an hour later, can't play. You can't play. You failed your medical. Like if he's fucking going like that, I know what those fucking ACs are like. You got to do all these tests and everything like that. And if he didn't get needled for that game, that is fucking massive, right?
Yes.
Absolutely huge.
And you've got to take him on his word on that, right? Who knows? Sometimes, and let me clarify this, sometimes things that are said to the press is to protect the future injury, to protect
club,
team list,
everything,
clubs
everything.
moving forward. But he did say in re-aggravating it last week, it actually, the cartilage that was around the injury from the AC had actually completely torn, which sounded stupid, but it actually freed it up a little bit more. In saying that, I did hear that Critter was 50-50 all the way up until the last minute.
Well, I
of
thought
the game.
we thought that he wasn't even going to play. And then if he plays, because that's how important Origin is, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, and at the end of the day, when you retire and everything like that, you're like, you leave off like, when you were all sit around the same table now, and you're like people like, some of these Queenslanders, right, who got those 8 series in a row, they racked up like 30 Origins, 28 Origins, 20-something Origins, where like our era, we're like 10 to 20 max. You know what I mean? Like you're sitting there, and I've probably missed like 6 or legit, like probably 6 or 7 through injury. And it's like, it's fucked. So you get on your resume now, I'll get a 20-something, but I got like 13. So people think I played like 20-something Origins, but because I was in my peak around then. But I'm like, No, I missed about 2 or 3 years in that stage, like with a knee injury, a foot injury, all that sort of shit. And it hurts. It doesn't hurt, but it's like when you bragging rights, right? When you're fucking sitting there and like, but it's your moments in that Origin.
Who are you bragging against that's got more than you filthy?
Doesn't even matter anyway. No, because it's what you do in Origin. You could have 30 and no one gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Or 20 or 10 or 15.
But you're right. I don't want to, like, when we're at the W and we're catching up with some people, like,
It's like
there's an aura that they just, it's like a healthy arrogance that they have just because of it. If
Yeah,
that makes sense.
mate, I was at a fucking the Origin luncheon up there last week. Remember I told you?
Yes, on Friday. Yep.
So there was 1,200 people. Only Queensland could do this. You try and imagine this. You lose game 1, New South Wales, and then the next following Friday you have a luncheon at Star City. How many people do you reckon show up on a Friday at 12 o'clock? 100, whatever. Anyway, 1,200 people shows up. It's 1,200 people at Star City.
Yeah.
1,200 people having a day off, enjoying, embracing Queensland because you had Lockie and Steve Price up first, and then second you had Gal and Nate Miles, which was fucking awesome, right? You would pay your money just to see those two because I didn't know it was really like that. Because I'm good mates with both of them, but better mates with Nate. I've known Nate since he was a kid.
Yeah.
And then the last one was me, Sammy T, and Beaver. Right?
Fuck, that's a good lineup.
It's a good lineup. It's a great lineup. It's a great lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, you get more than 100 down here for that.
Of course,
Yeah.
no, but like I'm just
I know
saying,
what you mean, though.
they fucking turn up in droves, all Queensland. It's like me, just like I've suppressed a lot of shit. I'm not emotionally attached to it, but when I watch it, I'm just like, oh, because it goes back to 06. Like when I was on the cusp of winning 4 games, and then they replay all these things, mate. You see Price up there and Lockie and all these sort of blokes reliving their moments through that, and it would have been awesome if you're a fan, right? Because that's the start of the fucking dynasty, right? And then it was pretty cool. Like, and then you got someone like me who lived that. I was like, it's like PTSD. It's just like, Brett Hodgson, fuck yeah, that pass over the head. They were all the moments, and then like Izzy jumping over their head, and I'm in all these games. And it's just like a mind fuck. And you're talking 1,200 Queensland. Gal's going hard in the paint, right?
Yeah.
Nate's fucking hammering him because Nate, you remember him and Nate? Like,
Yeah.
And
like,
pop a knuckle.
Yeah.
Gal's like,
That
Gal-
got you said that ended the knuckle. Did you say?
knuckle.
yeah,
it did,
yeah, fuck the game up.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. I don't condone fighting. I love it.
The right person.
Love the rule.
The right person.
The right person.
The right people.
Punch
Fight.
in the head.
Yeah, love it.
Deserve a punch in. So Nate and Gal, right? They're sitting up there, and I thought it was a bit of a show, right? And it was like fucking like Gal's very forgiving at the moment. He's like he's getting a little. He goes. That was probably the most embarrassing part of my career when I hit Nate, and he was very fucking remorseful. Very remorseful. Nate's like, nah, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, goes, yeah, you're a grub and this and that, and like you're just fucking all shit blokes and just fucking
getting older,
Nate. You know what Nate's like. He's very blunt, right? And I'm right in front of Nate. And before that, Nate's table's there, and I will talk.
Are you down at a table or are you on stage with them while this is
I'm
happening?
on a table. Yeah,
on a table.
I'm on a table. So they're
Okay.
up on the couch
Yeah.
up there. James Bracey's interviewing it, and he's shocked because he didn't know like it was the real sort of not like they're gonna fight, but like Nate's like he's not my sort of dude. I don't fucking. And the gal's like, no, he's fuck with too. Like I was talking to him separately on. He goes,
Yeah.
because Nate goes, no, Gal goes, I went on the field because he's always tried to like crush it to try and shake Nate's hand after game 1 on the weekend. Nate just put his head down and walked the other way. Nate goes, nah, fuck you. Just shit like that. And then and then Gal's like, nah, fuck you. Like it was, I swear, if Gal could have, because Nate knows how to wind fuckers up like the best. Look what he did to Ogre when he did to me. Like, do you know what I mean? He's just got that real straight face, stoic sort of like, you believe him.
Yep.
He would have been taking the piss the whole time. Like the whole time. It was the most entertaining.
Sort of still playing the character.
Entertaining / like, I'm looking at Sammy T going, is this for real? Like everyone was like that was the fucking funnest part of the day. It was up there for 20 minutes, both these blokes, just fucking hitting each other. So they'll ask Gal a question about like, the Ponga send off, and Ponga, he's like, fucking like, then Nate's the manager of Queensland, right? And it was a Suoliti thing. It was this. It was just an argument, but it was good banter. And fucking Brace just sat back. Everyone was just in awe of what was said. Wasn't never going to be like anything like nasty or anything like that. But like Nate's straight face, like not even looking at him. Nate's not even looking at him. Gal's there. He's just talking to the crowd. I was just like, fucking Jesus. And then Nate was there. I said, is it like that, Nate? He goes, nah, I don't hate him, but fuck, he's just Wouldn't hang out with him. You know what he's like. I was like, that
Sounds
is
like
entertaining.
good
Then it was me, Big Sammy T and Beaver up there because but that was Beaver's last Origin and that was Sammy's whole run. But my point was those motherfuckers end up jagging not jagging, but 30. So once you win, they pick and stick for that 8. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the Origin playing great. Nate's one of the greatest Origin players of all time, and so is Sam Thaiday. And you talk about Steve Price, and you talk about fucking Darren Lockyer. They all had, and this is sort of common knowledge, I think. Before that game, before the 2006 series, so that would have been the first series to lose. Petro, Lockie, and Pricey were the senior players. They said, if we lose this,
yeah, Lockie said this interview,
you're all gone.
Yep.
So imagine that to Lockie's legacy, right? And then he went on to win the Origin, win the grand final.
Here's a question to you.
Win the fucking Four Nations and just be golden boot, bang. So imagine that one moment. So you should be thanking Brett Hodgson. Love you, Hodjo.
Got Brett Hodgson drive by 3-4 times and that whole tangent. One of the great tangents of all time. We just got to let the big fella flow when he's like that. Here's a question around that without notice. I think before that game, Lockie is a first ballot, top of the line Hall of Famer. I think after that post series and then going on that run with the younger guys turned him into an immortal.
He should be.
Do you agree with that?
100%.
Yeah.
And just that luck of the bounce of the ball, that thing, that could have been.
That's the sliding doors between Hall of Fame and immortality.
And just say we would have ended up with 30 Origins. Do you know what I mean? Because that would have been. Man, I'm just saying.
You would have won.
No, we would have stayed together for at least 5 years.
Gotcha. The pick and stick would have been.
The pick and stick would have been
okay, gotcha.
I ended up playing another 3 or 4 series after that.
Sorry, I thought you meant you were going to go on a run as New South Wales.
No. Wouldn't have been.
That's what I was pushing back on.
And then I look at that team that they had, and they ran through the teams and shit, and I'm like, at the start of my career, I'm like, we can beat Queensland all the time if we're on. Obviously, Queensland's fucking has dusted us up a few times, but I'm like,
it was competitive.
60 by the end of it, and I'm like, geez, I hope one of them are off. Bill, Cam, Lockie, JT, GI. Get fucked. And they had a forward pack: Petro, Pricey, Webby, Nate, Sammy T, fucking all these guys. I'm just like,
Matty Scott.
Yeah, big thumb. I'm just like, someone's got to be off. Like backline wise, we can handle your forwards. We're all right. We're not getting dominated by your forwards. They're just hard. These hard motherfuckers, Queensland just bang, bang, bang. But I'm like, fuck, hope GI has an off day.
Didn't happen.
Never happened. Not once. It happened once in 2008, remember? Gaz got him. In game 2, he threw Steve Turner at the top on the top of Suncorp. Do you remember that? He fucking threw Gaz off him and then threw Zap and landed in the fucking 20th row in Suncorp. And I'm like, because Gaz pissed him. The first time I played against an angry GI. Yeah. Right? Because he didn't
he cop criticism the week after that Origin?
Because Gaz hit him with the shimmy, shimmy, whoosh. Yeah. Little flick pass, boom, boom, boom. We fucking win game 1. We go up there, fucking confident as fuck, as usual. That's when I called them all rednecks and shit. Yeah. Got pumped by 30. GI, one of his greatest games. Thanks, boys. Fuck. Got a fucking rum and coke thrown at my head when I was walking off. Got booed for fucking 80 minutes. I was like, fuck. Sorry, boys.
Oh, there we go.
Just got to make your tackles.
How many clips have you got there, Lukey, out of that tangent?
That's
a Thursday tangent. You
that
just
could be like a separate episode.
Yeah. Can we? That's it. We should just do origin stories as an episode. Can we circle back quickly now to Stephen Crichton, Mitch Moses?
Yeah.
So Mitch Moses, 80% of his training session. Here's the part that I find confusing with it all, and I don't like the explanation around it. Now, if there is some stuff that, and I'm sure there's stuff around the injury that we, again, going back to my point where, in order to protect Critter, to protect his training load, to protect, how he's been turning up week in, week out for the Bulldogs. Mitch Moses got injured in training camp. Mm-hmm. And this, again, may sound like a drive-by to Mitch Moses, and I'm happy for Mitch. You know how much we love Mitchie, and I want to see him playing in this game as well. He gets injured in training camp, does not play a game, whereas Stephen Crichton goes back to clubland and plays 2 games for the Bulldogs, toughs it out. You could clearly tell that he is battling the injury.
Never question his fucking love for that club.
But he is not afforded any time in training camp to work through the injury, get some sessions in. Laurie said he was not able to do contact session, whereas Mitch is.
And when was the contact? This all happened on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, when's the contact session?
Well, he said Moses
Wednesday?
isn't training until today.
I'm just saying.
He hasn't trained until today,
Well,
probably.
no, apparently he walked around and did something yesterday, according to Danny. But Laurie in the initial presser said Thursdays when
the two don't align.
Back
for
to
me.
you, where you're saying, you just got to read between the lines. It's 100%. Like, he's like, we're going to name him, but like we've got other dramas, and we just sort of hide this and fucking just say that we'll pick Critter, and then just say he didn't pass his medical, but we're not going to pick him. That's what it looks like. I'm not fucking. I can read between the lines. I know how it works. Zero more questions about Critter or anything like that.
It looks like he's ready to go.
Come on.
How does Billy handle this situation if the role's reversed?
I don't fucking know.
Do you understand
what
my
part
question?
of it? Yeah.
Just like the narrative part of it. Because I think Billy's very good at things when he's talking about, like, is this Queensland's team, this, that, and the other. Where Laurie just feels confused.
Did Laurie drop Hamole just to take all the heat off Moses and Critter?
I don't think so.
No, I'm joking.
I think that I believe that worked in his favour though. With like to what I'm saying, to my point that I'm saying, everyone's been talking about Hamole. No one's sort of been talking about Critter.
Look over here, and we'll just do this over here. And
Magicians, the optics.
It's the optics, and he fucking nailed it. If they were trying to do that and have no questions about Critter, you don't get picked on a Tuesday, right? Or Monday Arvo.
Squad Monday Arvo.
And
team
not
Tuesday.
even in fucking camp on Tuesday, saying that he couldn't do contact. When's your first contact session? Fucking Tuesday Arvo? No, mate. You're coming in there just chilling out if you played on the Monday. How many days you need rest, Critter, before you do some stuff? Oh, I can do some stuff on Thursday. Just do my rehab because I played a Monday game. That's what happens to players usually. You don't get ruled out and say you can't do contact. So, yeah, in my eyes, he got dropped. But he just didn't want the drama.
Yeah.
Because he's already got enough Wezzers.
Yeah.
So with the Moses and the Hamole thing, he goes, I can't fucking deal with three. Big three. Because fucking Critter's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a good question around Billy, the way he would. There would definitely be, I think, a better explanation around the injuries and the training load and...
The more explanation Laurie says, like he digs himself in. He's not media fucking savvy like Bill.
Yeah.
He's on
where
a
Laurie's
show.
Yeah, but Laurie's just like, he's been out of the game for a while, just doing his own thing. Like he just comes in and he'll give you this fucking, he's been playing good, Dylan Lucas. That's why he's in the side.
I think the part that Laurie struggles with is Laurie's a great human.
Yeah.
Like a Laurie it doesn't come naturally. And then I'm saying this in the best possible way. It doesn't come naturally for Laurie to tell porkies.
No, that's what I mean. He's just so he
and
gives you straight.
Billy can. You got to be able to twist the truth. Like you've got to tell versions of the truth.
Yeah,
and it's an art. It's not easy, but like when I listen to Billy, I know what he's pitching. I fully like the way he goes about it. You just go, I know what he means by that.
Because Billy's a serious cat.
He will throw you off with like we're a Queens. Like he'll throw something random out there, like the Tommy Dearden one, right? With Salty. I told Lukey about this, and Salty goes, "Hey, I'm hearing that Tommy Dearden's a chance for Game 3. Like he's trending correctly. Like, would he be a part of your plans for Game 3? Something paraphrasing, but something similar to that. And so what does that? If you were to pick Tommy Dearden, how would the message go back to Sammy Walker, who's currently played awesome in Game 1 and will play Game 2, but if he gets to decided that Tommy Dearden's
going to take my spot.
Yeah. So if he was to come out and say, oh yeah, Tommy Dearden's our half if he's fit and all that, how would Sam Walker feel that? He goes, so Billy goes, Salty, is he a Queenslander? And Salty's like, yeah. And he goes, all Queenslanders are considered. Right? Like,
too smart.
You know, and then Salty's going, yeah, but and he's getting all nervous and that. And Salty knows him well because they work together at 9 and they do a podcast together. Yeah. And then Billy's like, he's a Queenslander. Of course
he's a
we consider all Queenslanders. Like and he's flipped the script and he's turned a question from someone that he knows into making them feel awkward. Whereas you can see, and Laurie's not the only one. I see it across the board. That's why I watch presses all the time.
Yeah, people don't give Billy enough credit how he plays the game, mate. the coaches are very important, especially in Origin. Everything's amplified by 1,000. Hence why we're talking about fucking. We know what's happening with Critter, Moses, and fucking Hamole. Like, look at this. It's a slow news week, right? It's Origin. It's fucking only 5 games this week. What are we talking about? Just fucking Origin. And we just give Origin so much fuel, like us as New South Wales, right? Queensland's up there laughing, going, look at these fucking idiots. But we did win game 1. That's the only positive. But we give so much fuel to Origin, right? New South Wales. Queensland's chilling. But like, did we have to do this much drama? Did it have to happen?
There's a lot of drama.
There's a lot of drama because I'm like, the only drama in mine is Hamole's because I just think he didn't deserve to be dropped. Now I'm over it. That's fucking done. I've said my piece. I get it. This is, it's done. I love Dylan Lucas. I think he's a great player. He's been played out of position. I think Liam Martin should have been picked. That's it. That's my opinion. I don't even fuck what anyone says. Oh, fucking this. Fuck off. You have your own opinion. This is mine. I think Hamole shouldn't have been dropped. You can talk to Andrew Johns. I talked to Joe. He said it live. He shouldn't have been dropped. It's like, guys, there's the greats like that. You're looking at the game going, no, he didn't deserve it.
I think that's the drama, the discrepancy between all these, the Willie Masons, the Andrew Johns.
Yeah. Same fucking boat.
Has a different opinion than what's actually happening.
But everyone's got the same opinion on Hamole.
Yeah.
But
consensus is yours.
Consensus is he shouldn't have been dropped.
No, that's my point. Yeah. And then up north of the border, you don't really hear the greats go on at Billy's side.
No.
Yeah.
Because he gets it right. Fucking barely misses.
Nah, the difference is, the selections, the people have different, how do I word this?
Like there's been
I'm trying to think of the correct way of saying this, and then you can go, Lukey. The selections, if you ask someone to select a team across the board for New South Wales or Queensland, you will see 1,000 different versions of a team, depending on selections or whatever in the lead up. Even like whether between us, if we make a team, the difference is the belief in how Billy, when he picks his team, how he executes with that team. And there's belief from Queensland that if a player's been picked by Billy, then he deserves it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No.
That's it. Yeah. You've nailed my question.
Yep. That's it.
So like Queensland will go,
Billy.
Fuck, Jojo Fafita, Titans have been shit this year. I haven't watched a shitload of Titans game. He must be going well. He must be doing the little things right. He must be going like without even watching the games.
Nickera must be fucking killing him. K-Ball must be an outstanding year.
Here we go. Perfect, because we're going to roll into the games here. And I was watching the games and I was thinking to myself, everyone's been bagging the Bulldogs and Eels game. Fuck, the Dragons and Sharks game was a tough carry.
Sunday ticket was fucking awful.
But here's my point. With this Sharks and Dragons game, and this is what you're talking about with Britain, it was such a low game to watch.
I was only watching him and Adden.
But the difference between the Bulldogs and Eels game is I believe that more people were watching it. That's why I got more, because it was a public holiday. It was a little sweet spot. So more people were watching the Bulldogs and Eels. They're both two bigger clubs with bigger fan bases as well, which accounted for it as well. But Sharks and Dragons, I was sitting there watching, and in my notes, I'm like, fuck, the Bulldogs and Eels copped a spray. But this game, especially in the first half, was the toughest watch because I watched it on the weekend. I thought to myself, for the notes, I was like, I don't really have any notes for this game. I need to go back and watch it. So I rewatched it yesterday and I got fucking through it again. I go, nothing's registered because I haven't, this game has been, it's been a tough watch. Going back to Billy. Billy would have been watching this game intently. It's the actions. The one player that did stand out was Britain. So therefore, Queenslanders, I guarantee fucking a shitload of Queenslanders did not watch the Cronulla Sharks versus Dragons over the weekend.
And I just watched Adden and I was thinking.
So
we spoke about.
Let me finish off with this last little point. Kuli Kefu Fenefuiaki would have been the consensus for a lot of people because everyone knows for Supercoach, he's been killing it. So therefore, a lot of people have been watching the Dolphins. They're a bit of a hot team of late.
Yeah, I love them.
But then Billy goes and picks Britain, and everyone goes, Britain, he's doing everything right. They just buy into what Billy is.
And there's no reason not to. There is no reason not to trust Billy Slater. He's a fucking smart man. He's a gun player. That doesn't mean it transfers into being a gun coach, but he's a gun coach. He knows what the fuck is going on. He's got the team around him. Look at the little guy. Look at the people around him. They're all the ones that won fucking 8, 9, 10 fucking Origin series. They're all just sitting around. GI's in there. JT's there. I know Miles is over there. Sammy T's there. Fucking Cam Smith's around, calling the game, fucking coming down at halftime. You know what I mean? Like they're surrounded by fucking greats. So when you're looking around the room, you don't want to let these fuckers down. That's the difference, mate. It's a
all right.
Billy's got it.
That's an hour before we've even fucking started the show. Good luck, Lukey. Good luck, Lukey. Well, as in started the notes. We haven't even got through the notes. Let's get to the Sharks 34, defeated the Dragons 12. I was, like I said, it was a tough carry to watch. The Sharks have now done this over the last couple of years. They've been able to go on these sort of decent runs throughout the Origin period, keep going back to it, and it's, like I mentioned it last week, the record without Nico for this Sharks team is it's decent. Mate, they're missing, like KO Iro was a part of the extended squad. He played this game, but he was questionable all the way up. They lose Jesse Ramian just before. Adam Fanua-Blake was playing in this game in Britain, but they're still missing Nico. And Blake Brayley got injured the week before.
Brayley's a big loss for those guys.
Exactly.
So what happens when you, like, just say, if I lost my genuine 9, right, as a middle, your timing's off, right? But Brayley is such a big piece to that attack. It took them. It's going to take them a while to find their groove with Purdue coming in there. But they still got the job done in the second half, right? Yep. So the first half was a little bit messy. There was just like, I think Fanua-Blake was the only shining light, and Nickera, right?
Kept on turning the ball over.
Trindle was, it was just a fucking low game. Second half was entertaining because they were defending good. Like St. George fucking has a crack. Yeah. They got some back rollers, man. They got a everyone's a similar body type, which is a good and bad thing, right?
To your point, I want to add to this as well with the Dragons pack. I was about to do. I played a game with Jimmy Smith on the weekend around hybrid players. Would you rather? And I was going to come in and do it with you, and then pick a player from each team. Would you rather against Kurt Donahue, the hybrid player, and the Dolphins have got like 3 or 4 of them. Like we talked about Max Plath and a few others. When I wanted to look at the Dragons players, they're the opposite. Like right now, the way that their roster is constructed. Connor Watson's going to be awesome for him next year because he's a proper Mr. Fix-It for him off the bench. But you're right, they've got these sort of toiling good young up-and-coming forwards in Hamish Stewart, Dylan Egan, I think is going to be a gun. Even Loco, the Couchmans. Hamish Stewart's probably their best version of a hybrid. He can play front row, edge, lock, but like no one that can.
I'm talking just if someone had an Isaiah Yeo or a Cam Murray skill set in that pack, and if you don't have it, work on the fucking thing all from here onwards, right? Because they've gotten to the NRL because they're big hitters, they're good ball runners. They would have demolished SG Ball, everything. I've seen them come through, right? Now you got to add a few little fucking strings to your bow. You'll be able to pass the ball. You'll be able to tip on. You've got to be able to play through the middle. Can't be one out running, mate, because you get away with that and flagging SG Ball because you're too strong.
I tell you who's got it for him, but he's on the edge, is Hamish Stewart.
Hamish Stewart's a gun. I think I like Egan. He can bang. They can all hit really well. They can all play big minutes. They got something there. Yeah. But they just need that one who can just go, all right, I'm going to be that guy who's going to be the connect through the middle to take pressure off the half. Because you've got young halves and inexperienced halves. Metcalf's going to be there next year, which is great for him. But there needs to be a leader in that middle because they're all similar ages. Right?
So here's what's happening. I think Youngie is forcing all these young guys on. He's saying he's not. He's saying he's picking the best possible team. And in a way, he might be because of their effort. But the Couchman twins, I think they've been the best performance for them because they get through a shitload of work. But I think their ceiling is a 7 or 8 out of 10. Yeah. And I mean that in the best way, rock solid, going to be fucking 250 game first graders if they're handled correctly and the Dragons do the right thing and make sure they develop them properly. They've had a few injuries. But I think it should be Ryan Couchman coming off the bench, Hamish Stewart to the middle, and therefore they'll get a little bit more credit. Hamish at lock. Yeah. He's a lock.
So he's back rows. Keep those back. Who are the back rows on the weekend?
So Hamish Stewart was on the left. Dylan Egan's on the right. No, sorry. Yeah, they've moved.
There was number 12. He wasn't Hamish or Egan, whoever number 12 was.
Yeah, so Ryan Couchman's playing lock through the middle, but he might be wearing a different number. Right. So the twins are playing through the middle.
Okay.
But yeah, They need to probably have a more specialist like now Jaden Sewell's out, and it looks like he's going to miss the rest of the season. That's a big loss for him. But even like maybe Jacob Halangahu, who's a genuine sort of looking edge.
Genuine left side.
Looks like an edge back rower.
But I think Egan's at that left side back rower.
Well, Egan's been playing on the right.
Has he? The blonde one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has, right, because he come in and smacked the shit out of that.
Stone Street.
Oh, didn't Stone Street cop a beating? I've got to give him credit. He's tough as fuck. I was like, okay, he's a pretty boy little winger who's copping licks like big time. And I'm like, fuck, he might shirk this. No, kept going. Nothing but respect for Stone Street. He got fucking absolutely pumped. And they were pumping him before Egan got him.
Yeah.
He was getting licked because like he runs fucking direct.
I've been so impressed by him.
And he ain't a big boy.
Yeah.
But he finds a little bit of space, but he couldn't find space on this team.
Remember when he first he hit the scene? I believe he's a
Cronulla boy.
He's a
Mate.
local,
They'd love
right?
him.
Yeah.
They'd love him.
And he's got a bit of strut about him too. Got a little bit of carry on.
He's one of those blokes. If I play, I'd actually do.
You've been trying to lick him, right?
I'd actually kick Chase for once.
But he has a go. He's a goer. I like him.
I like his toughness because he was getting pumped, and
Yeah.
that one got him right in the ribs, and it hurt him. He was down in the fucking. He's down on his knees in the baby's pose.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, he got up, kept running. I was like, nothing but he earned my respect, man. He was always playing very tough anyway, but no one was getting him.
No.
Not like that. St. George got him.
Yeah, he's been getting. I feel like the last couple of weeks he's been getting licked quite a bit.
Yeah. Because they know he's well, he'd be like an 80 kilo.
Well, I reckon
88
80,
kilos.
85 or something like that. Yeah,
Stone Street.
but he's the iron sharpens iron. Like that's where you want it. He's playing awesome
Because he knows Katola's going to.
He's thereabouts. He's thereabouts. They've also got Mwini Hiroti.
He's 97 kilos. He's massive.
Stone Street.
Yeah.
I would have thought he was closer to 90.
Yeah.
That's sometimes
They're all bigger than you think now.
No,
it's like
yeah.
fucking.
No, but I also think the guys that you would perceive to be lighter, they normally put a bit of GST going the other way, right?
Yeah.
So wingers and
There's no way. What do you say he is?
97 on NRL.
Get
I would
Get fucked.
I would bet
He's
that
94
on
kilos.
most days he's around 92, 93, 94.
I've seen him in a No Limit fight or walking around.
You size him up?
Yeah.
Did you fucking?
think-
Did you?
okay,
Called
Did
him in,
you,
called George. I go book it.
did you see the distance? You just check the distance.
Yeah.
Did John Jones him?
Yeah.
And remember like the last couple of years I've been talking about the Puru brothers, more so the Hohepa because he provides a little bit for
The 7.
no, that's
The 9.
Nephi. Yeah, the 9 who comes on and plays lock, a bit of a hybrid role.
Yeah.
They're twins too.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Actually, they're triplets.
What?
There's someone we were talking about it on radio. There's another
How old
one.
are they?
They're 23, 24, I think. They've been in a few different systems. I think they've been at the Panthers.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
It's good.
So where is he? Hohepa. So he started at hooker as well. Like he's been named on the bench, but started at hooker. He's similar to what I was saying about with the Dragons, where they just lack a bit of creativity with that ball player through the middle that can create something.
Dean Young needs to identify who has got that skill set because, as I said, most of them have. It's just about implementing in the game, and about your second or third, fourth year, which some of these guys are going to go into, then you can start doing it. You get used to the pace of the game. Some of these young kids have been hard to acclimate themselves to the pace of the game at the moment, right? Now they're finding their feet and they look all right. But you need that sort of ball player / ball runner. And I'm thinking that Hamish Stewart's the guy because he's a big body too.
Do you think Dean Young will get the job moving forward?
Like I've seen a vast improvement.
Let me see. Let me get up the.
I think he's the right man for the job. Is he interim? Is he just interim, isn't he?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
He was talking about, was it on 100% footy where he's been in the one in conversation with all the future
that's a big
signings
plus.
and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like
I think
Metcalf.
Gus was talking about it on his behalf.
Gus was asking the questions to him.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Okay,
on with
was
him.
he? Was he? Oh, yeah, okay. So I think I saw a different. Maybe I saw the post of them talking about it.
Right.
And
I think it'd be a good decision if St. George Illawarra picked him as head.
you know what? They've got a decent block, right? So they get the Knights on Friday night post-Origin. So you'd think most likely Kalyn and Dylan Lucas won't play that game. Maybe Dylan Lucas does, depending on the minutes he
Depends
gets,
on
and
KP,
because he's
what
only
he's
played
doing.
one game. Fuck. The Friday night game for these guys to back up is dog shit.
You'd rather, as I said, back up on Friday than Sunday.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
I'm telling you, like you don't really. The saunas hasn't kicked in. By Sunday, you are in a fucking body bag.
I hear that a lot from UAGs. Fletch said the same thing.
Yeah.
The younger group are saying the opposite these days, Mace. Like
Well,
when you
I suppose they haven't been on the piss for a day, and then you're like, like fucking.
They don't drink as much as you guys.
No,
they also like the training loads.
You'd be just in a wellness center for the whole Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
You got to
instead
come
of
back
being
from Melbourne
hungover
too.
as fuck. So we used to come straight from Origin and Thursday and just watch ball work, hungover as fuck,
Who did I say to last
and
year?
then just play in the weekend.
I asked someone
Fucking kill
last
it.
year about it, and someone that I'm close with. It must be Money or Ches, great mates of mine too, by the way.
Yeah.
Around that,
Yeah,
and they were the opposite. And I was like, oh, Mace always said it was easy.
It's cool.
That's
a good thing.
It shifted. It shifted.
It has to shift. I reckon if I didn't drink after an Origin, I would have been fucking flat out the next morning, straight into training.
You still got man of the match, but
Yeah, still made
still
man of the
killed
match.
it.
Straight into it.
Still
Straight out of the fucking T2.
Here we go.
Straight out of T2, straight on the fucking SFS with man of the match.
So they get an opportunity against the Knights with a lineup that we won't know what that looks like in round 16, followed by the Raiders, which is right now very winnable game compared to like if you would have talked about this 5 or 6 weeks ago. And then they finish off with the Tigers at home round 18 when everyone's
They can jag 3 of those. Hopefully not.
how many? Just say if they go 2 from 3. Do you think the Dragons? That's a fucking.
They can get off the bottom. Because who's up there? Who's in front of them? Power?
Yeah.
Para, Gold Coast, us.
Yep.
We're
Gold.
around there.
It'd be Para now, wouldn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah. So Para's got
So if
4
Para
wins.
had beaten us, they would have been ahead of us on the table.
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to that game.
Frightening.
All right, love your work, boys. This is from Carlos Marek-Dillon. I made this comment a couple of weeks ago and posted.
So we're not going to talk about did we talk about the Penrith Tigers? We did,
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We broke down Penrith and what makes them so great.
Oh, yeah.
And then I talked about
That's
Benji
awesome.
Presser.
Got it.
I believe the NRL was making a big mistake expanding at the moment. I'm a fan of PNG expansion, plan to get over there for some games in 28 and can't wait to see players they produce in the future. But right now it seems like there aren't enough first grade ready players for the NRL to field 17, let alone 19 competitive 30-man squads. You only have to look at the Para versus Dogs game. Para is shot by injuries and the Dogs are hopelessly out of form. The game was bad and makes for a bad product. Both Para and the Dogs probably have more players across all grades than all of WA put together. Yet these big dog clubs are struggling to field a competitive first grade level team and injury and form woes hit. Further to that, you only have to look at the Tigers and Broncos right now, a few injuries, and their quality of play has a nosedive as well. I ask, how on earth are Perth going to cope when they get hit with injuries or a drop in form like these teams? My hot take, the NRL should decrease the number of teams. Having 14 or 15 playing 7 high-quality games every weekend would be so much better than 19 teams playing 9.
Great points, Carlos. Great points. But it is a business and they're trying to grow it and I think the expansion has gone too quick, to be honest. But it is what it is. It's happening. Perth's in, PNG's in. The next couple of years there'll be a team in New Zealand or somewhere else, right? Hopefully. And what do you do? What do you do? Like it's always been a thing with me. I'm like, as soon as you lose some of these teams like Para, even the Bulldogs, all these big teams, Broncos and that, you lose a couple of key players. West Tigers, I said at the start, love what you're doing, but a couple of injuries to key players, you are fucking going to go right down the bottom. It's a fucking funny. It's a not a funny thing. It's crazy how these top level teams, like you see a top 30 NRL Bulldogs squad or Para and that, and like you probably only me personally probably looking to go 20 players. NRL players in my eyes in most clubs. I look at Penrith and you're probably looking at 25, 26 NRL players. The difference between being an NRL player, reserve grader / you can just play first grade, right? I'm looking at these pathways because like, are you going to make a difference in first grade when you get there, or are you just going to be like 10 to 20 games and then fuck off?
Well, that's the difference
That's
between
the hard.
good
It's
teams.
hard being hard. The road is hard getting there, right? You understand that. You understand the grind. Staying there is harder, and being a fucking more than just a statue on there, or just playing, like minimum minutes and everything. Where, it's hard. It's fucking hard.
If I look at it half glass full, I don't disagree with a lot of the stuff there. I think coaching is important. I do have my concerns around that with Mel being out of the game so long for Perth and attracting top-tier talent. I feel like that is an issue, whereas just say use the Dolphins, for example, there have been signs even early on at the Dolphins that
they recruited properly.
The team was the list and the roster didn't blow people away. They identified some really good talent, young up-and-coming talent from other teams and developed them nicely. And the pathways part of that has been crucial as well to see where the Dolphins are currently sitting now. But a half-glass full version of what you're talking about, you can use the example of the Dogs versus Eels, and it was a tough watch. But the fairness of the competition and the spread of wealth between the teams, and I'll keep going back to this point. Currently, we have the top 4 of last year at the end of the season.
11th, 12th, 13th, 14th.
11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. So there are examples of you can go on a run, you can get healthy, you can tweak a roster ever so slightly with a big purchase or two and turn into the Newcastle Knights, who are currently sitting 3rd, who got the wooden spoon last year. So the examples of they're 7th, pardon me, sitting in the same points as...
But they're there.
Yeah. They're on the same amount of points as, Manly, and that was maybe as the...
It's the table. When you look at the table, it looks crazy, eh?
Yeah. But the point is, you can be a Newcastle Knights team, you can make a few changes, you can get a little bit healthy, and again, there can be more positive energy around the building, which can lead to better results.
There's a lot of variables in how a team like that top 4, what we're talking about now, can fall from grace. A few injuries, few bad calls, few bad recruitment players. It happens. Out of form. It's just but I never would have expected for us to be halfway through the year and us going, the top 4 from last year is going to be nowhere near, and probably 2 or 3 of those aren't going to make the 8. Maybe even all 4. You don't know.
The only team that I got confidence on because of our chat, which will be popping on the show in a couple of further on down, is our chat with Money.
Yeah,
because Melbourne, they have not had a bye yet. So
haven't they?
No. So they've hit a bit of form, and they've got 3 byes remaining. So they've got 6 points banked.
Okay, that's a bonus.
Broncos, Bulldogs, and Raiders. They're
looking at the mathematical probabilities to make the 8 now. It's that's fucking ridiculous, right? For us to even comprehend that and going, you'd be thinking they'll be well entrenched in the 8, well entrenched. But this is the beauty of the game, right? And you got to sort of take it fuck, how good's that? You would never expect Newcastle to be like that. You never expect the Eagles to be up here. You never expect the Dolphins to be up there. Do you know what I mean? The Roosters are dominant. They got a chance. The Dolphins got a fair chance to win the comp. We're back to your Dolphins sort of comp when they recruited. First, they recruited Wayne Bennett is the best recruit ever. But they got Herbie Farnworth, Flegler at their peak, right? And then they fucking built around the Melbourne Storm culture with the 2 Bromwich brothers, Kafusi, they recruited very well, slyly very well.
Yep.
The Donahues and everyone, and the Plaths and everyone that was just sort of around the traps, we weren't getting a run with their first grades. Very, very fucking good recruitment. Whoever was the head of recruitment for the Dolphins.
Well, who was it? Do you know who it is?
Was it Sully? No.
It was Sully.
It was Sully.
Yeah.
See?
So
let's look at where Sully is now. He's in Newcastle.
He's at Newcastle and signed Dylan Brown and
Sully can build a team, man.
Mate, they've just recommitted Kalyn, Dylan Lucas, Greg Marzu.
Just on the sly.
For those who aren't aware, Sullivan was a part of their recruitment drive with the Storm back in the day as well.
Peter O'Sullivan, for those at home.
Yeah. I've known Sully for 20 years. He's always been great on recruitment. He's at the Roosters. He's just been everywhere.
All right, Bulldogs 14 defeat the Eels 12.
Is there anything positive to talk about in this game?
That it's finished.
That it fucking that we won and even if how we won, Birdo's fucking got hit in the head, stayed down, kicked the goal. I'm like, fuck, is that how we win?
Here we go.
Who cares?
I'll give you a positive. We'll start off with the positive because there are going to be some questions I want to ask you. Sitili Tupanua. Ciro said this after the game.
Fucking love him.
Do you know what they should do? Because Ciro said in the presser, if everyone ran like Sitili, then we would score. Sitili runs on the goal line like he runs from halfway. It doesn't matter what part of the field, and he runs exactly the same. You know what they should do? The Bulldogs should do, and I sort of say this tongue in cheek. Ciro should go into fucking review and just watch. You know how we do individual video? So for those who aren't aware, when you do review, and it's probably different now, it'd be broken down in maybe position groups and all of that, and there's a shitload of video that's done.
They do a team, and then
you do team, you do left, rights, you could do middles and backs, and then you might even do position groups where you sit together as back rows, whatever it may be. The team review,
whole team in there.
The whole team review should just be right now highlights.
Highlight reel of Sitili running hard.
Individual review of Sitili Tupouniua, both in attack and defence, mate. And I say that tongue in cheek, but I fucking mean it.
Just
as well.
for 5 minutes, show his reel.
That's
it.
A
highlight reel for this year, how he's been running. Everyone run like that. Fucking video session over.
Mace, even just go fuck it. Just go this game against the EELS and even show the error. Even when he made an error and it was fucking close to the line and he made an error, it's still better than some of their players' efforts. Like some of the Bulldogs players, how deep they are on shape, the lack of faith that they've got at the moment and the belief that they have currently with the system and the ball playing and all that. Like, and that's, again, understandable. We've talked about this with where the Dragons are at. And when you go through when you've got battle scars from, a 4 to 8 week block, you start to second guess, where that whole Sitili doesn't, mate. Yeah. Sitili doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know why anyone does. Like, I know, like, we're not having our best season, but like, every game's a different game. You still got to fucking run hard, tackle hard. We're doing some of the players are doing that, but like just in our attack just seems disjointed. I've never seen it like this, right? Like we're deep when we don't have to be deep, and we're flat when we don't have to be flat.
Yeah.
Like who's reading that defense?
Yeah.
Right? Like who's doing that? I'm just like, do we not see that they're rushing up? So you got to be a little bit deeper, and then we not see that they've been a little bit more passive. So up, flat, and fast. Like Galvin has a crack, right? Like you can't fault the kid's effort plays. Like same as Birdo. And
I've got constructive criticism.
Like, fuck, I said, I know. Like what happens? Like I just looked at that game and said, what are we doing? Were we this bad last year in attack?
Yeah, the back end of the season you were.
Yeah,
so people were highlighting Galvin, and I want to ask you this question around it because I would rather give constructive criticism around it. He's copping a shitload, and one thing that people will even the biggest Lockie Galvin haters and people were loving the pile on, like because of the situation that happened last year, people were loving outside of the Bulldogs. Even some of the Bulldogs fan base are blowing up about Lockie Galvin. His combination with Critter is a tough watch because
optically it's not good, is it?
Because they're two completely different players. Lockie Galvin plays the game flat, fast, instinctually, wants to get over the advantage line, wants to play short. Predominantly, he loves playing short. That's his best weapon, right? Everyone talks about it. That's why Sitili's he's meshing with Sitili so well because Sitili. So Galvin goes.
Same as Preston. They just
and Presto, right? Presto, they keep it simple. Back rolls, run as hard as you can. Even if there's no hole there to be had, they just fucking run it anyway. Critter's a different. Critter plays with tempo. Critter likes deception. You see a couple of times where they've ran to the line and he's like, it's a tunnel ball or it's out the back, and then he likes to catch a ball, depending on what the line presents, and then he might take off or whatever. But Lockie Galvin's is 100, 100, 100, and Critter's that's where they're having dramas.
There's no tempo.
There's no
cohesion.
They need to find middle ground. I think Critter needs to identify when Lockie's playing flat and fast and there's something there to be had to jump on board and get on board with it. But Lockie's got to somehow just not be 100 all the time.
And then see how like little things in attack where I'm like, if I was a back row, I don't mind running that outside in line like Sitili. And then the fullback's tempo and timing, right? You either have him Carraz, who you don't know what the fuck he's doing. You know what I mean? Like he's not your traditional fullback. Then you got Connor Tracy coming around the right. Same. He doesn't like going around to the right side. It's not
natural.
It's not natural for him, right? So therefore Critter doesn't. His timing is off. So Critter can beat you on the outside, beat you on the inside, hit a flat ball, do whatever. You just got to. You need to do the work on the inside for him to do that. So the work on the inside is not done because everybody's already coming up, There's no deception. There's no nothing. There's no hanging on for the holding the A, B up. There's nothing.
No tempo,
There's
mate.
no tempo because of the tempo. I'm just saying. There's no like dummy in, come out, square up, all that sort of stuff. Where the 7 and 6 should be able to do that, right? And then cricket gets the ball, 2 people on straight away. There's no one-on-ones.
Or opposite, because he hasn't dug into the line, engaged, got the 3-man to bite in on Satili Tupanua. The 2 defenders in the centre and wing just sit back.
Yeah.
And then by the time that Critter and Connor Tracy get the ball, Critter catches it and goes,
I just want to
there's nothing there.
I just want to throw the fucking ball at your head.
They just back off.
It looks like that.
Yeah. So that's where they currently are. On the fucking other side, that was the worst game I've seen in a combination between Matt Burton and Bronson Cherry in their tenure as well.
And they were fucking on fire a couple of weeks ago.
They were on fire. They should have executed 2 or 3 tries.
Should have been, yeah.
Like there was a time where, again, this is the timing currently where they're completely off, where there was an opportunity. Like Matty Burton threw a nice doubles ball, and it ended up looking like a bad pass for Matty Burton. Bronson's just got to hit that fucking line. And then there was another one early on where it was like, I forgot what the example was now. It's escaping me, but it was actually Matty's fault. So they're just like, both edges are completely fucking.
I've never seen it like that.
Yeah.
Not as bad.
Yeah.
Like I know we're.
That was the worst version of your attack.
That was the worst version of our attack, right?
Yeah.
I thought Leo was playing outstanding in the middle. I thought Max King started the game on fire. I thought we were on. Like we just need to keep going through the middle, place a little bit of footy on the edge, and then just fucking, and then not stop. Just keep being relentless. A little bit of a few kicks here and there. Build pressure. Who cares if you don't score off every fucking set? Build the pressure. And then fucking suffocate them like we were the last couple of years. That's what we've been built on, mate. We're not like fucking Manly and you've got fucking strike all over the joint and everyone's, or the Panthers, clinical, bang, 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 bang. We can be, but
Dolphins are another version.
Dolphins, so like we just, when it's like that, I've been in some attacks where it's like that, just middles run fucking hard, back 5 run hard. You can always run fucking hard. Quick play the balls, generate speed, go. Right? Let the quality finish it off.
Yeah.
That was just the worst version I've seen for a while. It's one of the lowest games I've seen for a fucking year or 2.
Yeah. Shout out to the Eels. I thought they were brave.
We fucking won.
Yeah.
Shout out
to the Eels. I thought they were brave. They kept on trying. A couple of calls that the one on halftime, I know Lukey Live was fired up about it, but to the letter of the law, Adam G got it right. It was a knock-on from Lachlan Galvin.
Yeah.
He's just regathered it and had brought it back in enough for it to be a double knock-on from the same player. Once you knock on the ball and then you pick it up, that's it. It's a dead play. So as tough as that was to see, just because we hadn't seen any points in the game up until that point, we just wanted to see some fucking something on the scoreboard. Correct call. The other one is the contact on Matt Burton at the end of the game. Again, did Matty play for it? Of course he did. Do you see that contact from De Silva on players 20 times a game? Yes, to the letter of the law. It was sort of that weird in-between grey area, shoulder to head thing that we, The
ref's like, I don't want to go on a golden point for this shit. For fuck's sake, end it. Fucking hell, that was high as hell.
Yeah.
I'm glad he called it. I was like, fuck, this better not go on to golden point. Because I watched it behind. I was like, fuck, 12 all, this is going to kill me.
Yeah, so they're obviously missing some troops. It was a brave effort from Parramatta. Nice moment for Team Come Brown, teaser off the bench.
Like him.
Jersey Prezzo. You just think he's got to tighten up a little bit, mate.
Yeah, he's just need to take the game fucking serious when you got this much talent, right? He's a little bit like overweight. You don't have to fucking be a genius for that. But like hopefully in the preseason he gets like, some serious, take your diet serious, mate. Take your intake serious, take your extras serious. Your natural talent's got him to first grade. Yeah. He can actually play the game very well. He's had a few injuries.
You said the same thing about Tui Vaiti last year.
Look at him this year. Like he's an animal, mate. He's just had a few little injuries that's derailed the fucking trajectory where I think where he's heading. I think next year, if you get a Eels team that's fucking fully not busted and everyone's available, he's one of your best players. Same kid. That kid's got talent. Like he fucking got yours even. You know what I mean? Like the mad hole and perfect off like that. He made that draw and pass look a fucking lot easier than what it should have
Agreed.
Been. Right? Because right in that middle where the fullbacks are pretty good at that.
Game 1. Yeah. First game, debut, to execute like that.
So he can execute and he can hit holes. He's strong enough. His leg drive's good. But I'm looking at him going, you got to lose 7 to 10 kilos, muscle up, and then you're going to be a different human. So if you're in the system and you got to first grade like this, you got talent, mate, and you got the genetics and you got everything, but you got to keep on top of these 1%ers. And 1%ers for him is diet and extras.
Yep.
And I think maybe things holding him back was a couple of injuries that it's been a different road for that young kid.
I haven't been aware of his journey.
Where he just he come through the grade and then just give up footy and just went
to play basketball for a bit.
So he must have mad skills. He must be able to offload well. He got that good grip through basketball. The late footwork, everything like that. So he'd be well balanced between his hips and that. So there's a player there. He's got to get fit as fuck.
Parramatta desperately need him and Sam to come on. Desperately. They're similar to you guys with a lot of guys that are small ball sort of players. And that's the way the game's trending. But if you can get powerful athletes like him and Sam, who nice late footwork, just tighten things up a little bit. You're right.
Just whoever's in his ear, fucking. I mean, you got Rolsey there who's going to be probably staying on top of that. Just hey, you're part of the plans next year, mate.
Big Junes needs to take him under his wing too.
Get fit.
Yeah.
You got to get fit. Your best abilities, availability, and they won't pick you if you're unfit.
Yep.
And if you can't get more than 10 or 15 out, and he got 20 out quite easy. I think he's an athlete, mate. He's an athlete.
All right, let's get to the big freeze. This one comes from Kryptonite X. Hey, boys, I'm a Victorian living here in AFL and an NRL lover. Grew up with AFL and found love for the NRL while working on site with Polynesians. Neil was a legend of our game and a much-loved figure in the AFL, particularly known for his battle and fight against M&D. He was given 23 months and ended up living for 12 years.
Whoa.
Genuine warrior. Seeing Jai there and our AFL lads rally around him was really special. I really appreciate you guys showing the AFL and its legends some love. Long live AFL and NRL. Well said.
Nice.
Kryptonite. This one comes from Shane Shepherd. Hey guys, last Monday was the 12th big freeze. A couple from Queensland donated 40 million, and I think they raised about 120 million in total to fight MD. So
imagine
there we go.
40 M's just to be able to donate.
Did you see? You got to have. You got to have a Billy. You got to have a Billy.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it.
Listen to this.
You got to have a Billy in your bank just to give 40 million.
Occasionally, they started with 10, and they were so moved by it that they topped it to 40.
Here we go.
How would you describe Neil Danaher?
Oh, he's inspirational. He's basically he did what we all do. We just don't have the guts to do it. It's that simple.
And what was the reaction from the Fight M&D team?
Oh, they were wonderful. Just wonderful. The whole term, I was thinking about it just now. It's obviously a massive big family that you can't help but know you're on the right track.
And Kylie, $40 million. I mean, what do you hope that does?
Oh, find a cure.
How good's that?
That's what you hope.
How good's that?
That's all you can hope.
No, let's hope so.
40 million, donated that, and then she's just
Some fucking good people out there.
Yeah, good
all
on
the
them.
fuckwits. There's a lot of good people out there.
Yep. And it's good to see
done.
both communities engaging and
Hopefully find a
And
cure.
we'll get to the white jersey if we're on the topic.
for sure. Yep. Yeah, the white jersey for Jai Arrow in the game coming up. Hey, I caught up with Money for Compa. He had his moment of the month, and Compa has graciously jumped on board to pay for our comment for the winner that goes to and attends our golf day at the end of the year. Compa is Mexican for slang, mate, bro, brother. It's that mate that's always there, and Money, despite being in Origin camp, is here for us as well.
Well, welcome back to another special interaction with me and my mate, brought to you by Compa. Now, Compa is real tequila, not agave spirit. It's first to market in Australia with a 6% ranch water range, and Compa is Mexican for slang, for mate, for bro, for brother, for money, for Munster. It's that mate who's always there, and always appreciate you joining us, brother. This is a special episode because you are joining us live from camp in Queensland.
Thanks for having me again, Scobie boy. Look, obviously today's the day off, so it ended up working out well for both parties. And it's not great weather at the moment. It's if you haven't seen the Sunny Coast forecast, it is supposed to rain for the next 8 to 9 days straight. So
Heavy. How long you got left back up there?
we'll leave camp on Friday. We're training tomorrow in the afternoon, at night, and then get down to Melbourne and get back to the preparation and get accustomed to the weather, and hopefully it's a little bit drier than what it is in Sunny Coast, because when you come up to Queensland you think you'd be looking at this nice sunny weather, but the next 8 days I wouldn't be too keen on living up here for the time being.
What's Bianca what's Bianca and the fam saying down at Melbourne at the moment? What are conditions like down in Melbourne? Is it okay down there?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. When I left, it was 25 and sunny, so yeah, it doesn't sound like Melbourne a whole heap when you think about it, but it was when we left to go to sunny coast. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be wet, raining. It's getting to winter, so everywhere's pretty wet. So yeah, we'll have to take our metal studs on Wednesday, and hopefully we can play a little bit of good footy in the wet.
Well, we'll eventually get to some footy chat, but we are filming this on Wednesday, the 10th. This will drop tomorrow with our episode on the Thursday, 11th of July. People would have noticed on your social media there's a little bit of golf happening today within the Queensland camp. Who got the chocolates? Who was the gang and who got the chocolates?
Yeah, we went and played down at Noosa Springs, so thank you to Jacob and all the team there at Noosa for looking after us. We played a bit of match play, so it was me and Capes against KP and Semi Walker. Semi's off 13, I'm off 13. Capes is off 16, and KP's off 5. So yeah, KP obviously hits him really well. Me and Capes ended up getting the chocolates. We ended up winning by 2 holes, so that was really nice. And then we got the golf bug and thought we booked down at Maroochy River. So try to get 36 holes in one day. The Gary Jack felt all right at one stage, but to be fair, I was pretty good first front 9, and then Capes brought it together for the back 9 and at Noosa. But I'm pretty sure Semi and KP weren't too happy when we played Maroochydore because we got rained out and then the first eight holes, and Semi was on 19 points with a hole to play in the first 9. So he was hitting well. So we pretty much would have gave the money back to him by the sound of it.
Yeah, beautiful. And by the way, I'm going to crack this for Compo, right? This is let's cheers to a game. I was able to get out there and play some golf. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chocolates today. Yeah, you can smash your water. I'll do the Compo for us.
How'd you hit him, mate?
Awful today. So me and I play with on Wednesdays. I get a random call up from our man Brian Fletcher, aka Bearshead. And every now and again, if a spot opens up amongst his crew, I live just around the corner, so I pop up and play with them. Normally, I handle myself okay within the group. I had 21 points today, so we had match play combined points because Fletchy went so well. He actually carried us all the way to the 18th, but we lost on the 18th. So unfortunately, I let the team down today, Money. Unlike you and Capes.
Look. Hey, we know you can do it most of the time, mate. You're more consistent than most of us, so we all have those days, mate. We all have our days, and today wasn't yours.
Speaking of having those days, I want to just cheers and maybe have another sip. To you and your mate Kalyn. Now, yes. my compa moment of the month, I'm going to nominate this one on behalf of rugby league fans. As you know, I'm one of the great callers on SEN at the moment, and I was blessed to be able to call this game on SEN, the Newcastle Knights versus the Melbourne Storm. And there was a little bit of push and shove between you and Kalyn, and it went on the entire game, and there was sledging. How has the relationship been in camp? Have you mended that chaos that happened on the weekend, on all the way back to Friday? And by the way, what a cracking game as well.
Yeah, it was a great game. Probably got taken away from the game because of what I was doing in the game, or trying to ruffle some feathers, and a lot of people use that as a lot of media outlets and a lot of ammo as a clickbait, just to try and get some more stories to sell. But as a game in general, I thought it was a great game. KP, look, that was an interesting one. It was pretty of a brain fart, but at the same time, I wasn't sure whether it was a knock on or not. I think a couple of times I've thinking it was a knock on. It's never been called, and I didn't hear the whistle, and he stopped once I kept going. But I've spoken to Kalyn. He reckons there's no animosity between me and him, and I don't, and we get on really well. So I don't think it's anything to go by. But he did play for it. He did admit to me that he jumped as well. So because when you look at it, I didn't really get him a whole heap, but he got the penalty, and I'm just glad he didn't score because I know he would have definitely come up to me if they did score on that set. And Gags is a competitor, and I love Gags and love everything what he's about. And proper legend of the game of Origin Arena and also in the game. So to be able to swap jerseys with him was pretty special. So that was pretty much my compa
Oh,
moment of the month was swap jerseys with someone like that.
Oh, that's really cool. Actually, Mace ran into him on Sunday. He was back in Newcastle doing some stuff around Toronto West, and yeah, he talked about that. That's so. Yeah, I was told that it's. I believe a part of that is, and which represents the OGs of the game, guys that he's played the most amount of footy against for that certain team. So that must have been a really cool moment, mate. Because I know how much respect you got for Gags, and I did notice you two guys. Every time there was there was a great back and forth, and there was plenty of sledging going on throughout the whole game, which was again as a spectator, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, like you want to play against the best, and Gags is definitely one of the best centers in the game, and he still has it. And yeah, look, it was every time we scored, I was making sure he knew about it, and vice versa. There was a try that he, bended me off, and I was pretty much a passenger at one stage, and I knew when they scored, I knew he was looking for me, and I tried to hide from him, and I never hid from him. So. Yeah, no, it was great. I was glad we got the win because if we didn't get the win, I definitely know he would have been into me the whole time after the game. So I'll take it. But yeah, it's one of those things where I know they'll be in finals time, and hopefully, if we get the chance to play against them again, I can hopefully get the chocolates again because I can't afford to be losing big games like that against him.
With the jersey swap, going back to that, that's a cool thing. Have you this is quite unique. I feel like Gags is a bit of a trendsetter with this. We haven't really seen it before on field. Have you swapped jerseys with a number of players over the years? Probably more so like representative level. Is that something that you've done with Australian teammates and then Queensland versus New South Wales?
Yeah, I haven't done New South Wales yet, which is probably something that I haven't really even thought about. But with Aussies, I have. I've done it with Jerome Hughes in the World Cup.
Sick.
With him. Swapped my own World Cup final jersey with Brian Toll, even though we won.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I wore the 685 also jersey, the blue one in the team photo, when we won with the trophy. So
yeah.
that was pretty cool. And funny enough, Terrell Sloan, after I played against him one game, he came up and said, he was a massive fan of myself, and I was his idol. So that shows
awesome.
So that was pretty humbling to hear that from Sloan, especially for a young kid coming through and how electric he is as a fullback. So I thought, why not swap with someone like that? Gave me goosebumps, and that just shows how old I'm getting if someone looks up to me coming through the grades. So
You're an OG now, mate.
I wouldn't say I'm an OG, but I'm an old man.
The one part that I took out of this is that you don't have a New South Wales Blues jersey. That's just so Queensland. Like that's just so you guys to not even consider having a Blues jersey. I'm sure that'll be something that you consider life after you finish playing. But I just feel like that's just a typical Queensland player. Like not keen on a Blues jersey until maybe you're done.
I don't even know if I'm done, to be fair. I'm sure they don't want to do the same to me. So I've definitely swapped with Nathan already with an Aussie jersey. So
that's sick.
That's pretty cool. I signed a jersey for him, and he did vice versa, and I left a little message for each other. So yeah, when it's all said and done, I'll get them all framed up, and hopefully we'll have a little man cave, mate, and we'll have a little bit of fun, in the little shed. So that's something that I really admire as players. When you look back on it, you want to look back on your career and see all the greats that have played. And I've got Gags and now Nathan and certain other blokes like Slutsy and Coop. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have certain things that you looked up to as people and you play alongside.
Why don't we mix all part of this conversation? I can just picture you. Got the Mickey house, got a little man cave, got the man cave downstairs, got a golf simulator in there. Boom, just jerseys everywhere, just all the legends of the games that you swap jerseys with.
Well, I've got yours. I've got yours as well. You signed a jersey for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Front and center, scope, just like your prized possession out of all of them.
Yeah, I think it's an Indigenous one too, actually.
Yeah, it was too.
Yeah, so
that was one of the all-time great gets for me. That.
Yeah. And then I've also got a guy that's pretty crazy. He's Damian McKenzie too from the All Blacks. He signed something for me as well.
Yeah.
So I'll have to get that framed up as well. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, mate, there was some chat around a meeting. Your face was all over it with selected players from the NRL, catching up with PVL, just talking about the state of the game, where it's trending, player welfare, all that sort of stuff. What was that like, mate? Was that accurate that you were involved in that? It wasn't.
Nah, that's what I
Okay.
find. I feel like they use my face because they know how much I probably whinge and put my hands up in the air all the time when we're playing footy.
I should have asked you that beforehand, actually.
That,
So they just put, because you've been getting into about the six agains. They
yeah,
just put your faces.
it's hilarious. I seen it and I went, oh, I think it was on Code Sports, and I'm like, someone sent it to me. I'm like, mate, I'm not even involved in like the RPA Players Association as a
The delegate.
delegate or anything like that. So I found it funny when they used my face as clickbait. So everyone would have been like, "Oh yeah, he's a sook. He's whinging. He's
That
doing
got
all
me a
this."
beauty. Like I
Yeah,
didn't even think to ask you beforehand before coming on, because I just assumed, all right, we've had chats on here, right? And I know you were frustrated like fucking 2 months ago, so I thought, oh, he must have got the shits and gone straight to PVL.
oh, straight to the house, you reckon? No,
Yeah.
mate, funny enough you said that because I was in the car getting a coffee, and then Harry came out of nowhere and was like, "Yeah, I had a meeting with PVL." So it was Harry and all the captains and stuff. So
Gotcha.
it wasn't me. So yeah, I guess that's fine. I found it funny when I see my face there. I was like, "Oh, here we go. This will be good." Someone's probably, into me at the moment. So it is what it is.
Did they feel like? Did Harry feel like it was progressive? Like there was some good chats around, and it was taken on board from PVL around some of the concerns that the players had, without getting into full detail.
Yeah, I think there was some positive chats. Obviously, still stuff that they probably still need to, get back to the table and work on as a collective. Obviously, as it's the owner of, or the big dog of the NRL, sometimes, some players could step on toes and not want to hear what they want to hear. So, look, he's got a great product in the game, PVL, and he's a very smart man, and he's been able to, change the game for the better. But sometimes, you got to be able to adapt and have a bit of a growth mindset, where at the moment I'm probably hearing some conversations, he's probably got that fixed mindset where he's probably not wanting to budge on certain things, and that's fine. And hopefully they can come to a middle ground and come to an agreement before the product of the game gets ruined.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right, mate. Like it's as a consumer and being across the game and all of that, I can fully appreciate the strain that it's putting on you players, like the speed of the game. Chatting to you guys after the games when I'm lucky enough to do commentary. There's got to be some middle ground. I feel like there's got to be a healthy conversation. Big broadcast deal coming up too, so that's going to be very beneficial for all parties coming up. So it feels like he's having really big conversations around the broadcasters, the players, which is a good thing too. I'm glad that he's actually having those conversations with you guys before he has the broadcast deal chat as well.
Yeah, it's good that he's starting to understand a little bit more and probably realising that he has to, trust the players, that they've got the right mindset of the game too. Like we don't want this game getting any worse or getting ruined, and he's got the same opinion. So we're both passionate people, and as a group, I'm sure once they sit down again and come to an agreement of how we think about the game should look, and vice versa. So I know he wants to make it fast, and it's looking good, but I think you always want to improve the game, and I think there's just some touches that he needs to probably understand a little bit more from players.
Speaking of improvement, let's finish off with the Storm, mate. Last time we had a chat, you got a big victory against the West Tigers. Since then, you've gone 3 from 4, got yourself into 11th position, and you have 3 buys remaining in the rest of the season. So you've sort of done the hard yakka to get yourself back into a strong position. Is that how you feel like now? Do you feel like you're back within striking distance?
Oh yeah, I think we've probably improved a lot from where we were. We probably not got lucky, but ended up taking our moments at certain stages where we probably didn't do that. I've been sent a couple of stats and a couple of people have done, and if the season was to go by over first half, we'll be top 2.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But this shows where our second halves have been. I still feel like the Bulldogs game was something we should have. I wasn't playing or Harry, but that was a game we went missing. We should be 4 from 4, but
Yep.
Just unfortunately they played a really good back end of that game, the Dogs. But we're very confident we can at least make the 8, and we'll be pushing for top 4. But we just need everything to go the way we want it to go. All the ducks got to line up. You need losses here and certain things like that. So we've got a good period. Like you said, 3 buys left. I think we've got Raiders and the Manlys, and they'll be tough, both teams. And then into a bye again. So hopefully, we can go, 5 from what is it? So we were 3 from 4, so hopefully 5 from 6 before the next bye.
Do you pride yourself on this part of the year, Money, like playing State of Origin? And I feel like yourself, Harry, and Jerome have combined the best you have all season over the last 3-4 weeks. Do you take pride in going and playing Origin round, game 1, and then coming back and making sure you turn up and put in a strong performance, for a club? Like your 2 best performances, that Roosters defensive effort was unbelievable, and then able to go sort of back and forth with a really dangerous Newcastle team as well.
Yeah, I think we're just gelling really well at the moment with our footy. I think at those times when we lost 7, 8 in a row, we just didn't trust each other, or we're trying our best to be individuals instead of being a team. So I think we're just gelling really well as a team and trusting each other. And I think our defence system's working really well at the moment. We're just scrambling well, finding ways to, defend the errors. So as a spine, we're working well together. We just got to keep building on that. Like at the moment, it's probably hard for Jerome, like he's training with different guys at training, and then we're playing, so he's done a really good job, Jerome, just to be able to adapt to that. And we've given him full reign while we're not there. Let him steer the team around. And when it comes to captain's run, he just tells us what he's been playing or planning, and we just jump on the back of it and trust him trust what he's been doing and the work that he's been doing during the week.
Well, mate, I hope you continue to play strong throughout this period. I'm obviously rooting for you. I'm in the minority at Levels Network, as you know, mate. Lukey and Mace against you, but I'm with you all the way. Let's go Queensland, and all the best for game 2, brother.
No, thanks, mate. Thank you. Hopefully we can make the decider and go to Brizzy and see what we can do.
Let's do it. That is a proper compa moment. World famous tequila. And as always, we thank our man, Cam Munster.
One of Money's best interviews, that.
Yeah, he was on. Money was on. Yeah, Money was on.
You loosen up on the golf course and you just free yourself on the podcast.
Just been in camp as well.
Winning.
With Money. Yeah, winning helps. The last time we had a conversation, he only just got a win against Tigers. They went 3 from 4 before our last time.
His life.
Hey, there was a message from Graz Pereira around the Kane Evans interview. Boys, just finished watching the Kane Evans interview and sitting here tearing up. I've never gone through anything as tough as what he has been battling, but big love to him and such a shame. There's a stigma around the game that a guy gets to such a dark place just because he can't live with his truth. Biggest shout out to Joe Nullival and the RLPA for helping him out and saving a life, to put it bluntly. That's the power of a coffee and a conversation. Remember to check on your mates, which is a great message as well.
And even what Robbo did.
It's huge.
It's massive, mate. Very brave from what Kane Evans has come out. And he just knows that the whole NRL fraternity is behind him. He
it's
went to
funny.
a dark place. He's like, he's been very honest with what he said. And takes a fucking man to come out like that and just fucking, with your family, friends, the NRL fucking, blokes that you played with. And it's very brave, mate. So it's great that his former clubs, RLPA, everyone's behind him. That's what we can do. That's all we can do.
It's a little bit sad and disappointing that players still go through this, though.
We just don't know But
we think about it because we think about it from our end, where like I don't, without downplaying what he's done, like I don't even consider it. I don't consider it an issue anymore in any way. Like to think that people
but it was the darkness.
The community still go through.
No, but like I know that I think the story is the darkness that he went through. Because he didn't want to tell anyone, so he's going to top himself, right?
That's the point.
That's the thing.
I just want to finish my point with it too, because I think sometimes when we get caught up, and it's something as sensitive as this, I would like to finish off my point with it. The dark thoughts that he had is because he was unable to talk to mates about being gay, right?
Yeah.
And my thing is like I feel like, especially now, because I'm not in that situation, I don't know how they feel, but it saddens me that people still deal with that and are unable to at least speak to it does. You don't have to tell everyone, but at least have someone to lean on that are close mates with you, even if you don't want to blast it. And if it's for it to be national news and have interviews like this, that you can't go to, like, for example, when I was coming through and I've ran into him a couple of times, like Kane Evans and Dylan Napa, like those two were
fucking hilarious.
They were a funny combo, right? They were good to watch on the field. Like, I don't know if he had conversations with mates that are close to him like that, where he could just go, "Hey, man, I'm dealing with it." It doesn't sound like he did, Mace.
That's the sad part where it's like, because you're in this like alpha industry and you don't feel comfortable because of certain stereotypes or this, that, and the other. So it's to your point, is it like it upsets you because it should just be a level playing field for everyone?
Yeah. Anyone who's going through something like this, to remember that's the powerful message and hashtag we got at the end is check on your mates. Like if you are going through something and you don't know how to deal with it, like Kane was, and he sort of suppressed it for a little bit, and it led to alcohol and drinking and homelessness at one point. The world's different now. Like it's different. You can have a safe conversation with people that you trust and someone that you're close with. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be something that you have to tell the entire world. But if you want to go tell someone you're close to, just know that the rugby league community isn't the way that.
And society at the moment now is very fucking Like I look at that and go, oh yeah, cool.
Yep, he looks so relieved after it. So congratulations to a great interview from Bracey, and well done to Kane Evans. Hopefully now that he's sort of got that and let people know about it, he can you move on, and he will affect a number of different people.
For over 60 years, Lifeline has been working to ensure that no person in Australia has to face their darkest moments alone. We're here to listen without judgment, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For confidential support, call 13 11 14 at any time. But what exactly happens when you call Lifeline? When you dial 13 11 14, you will connect and hear some options. Then your call will be answered by the first available crisis supporter, sitting in one of our 40+ Lifeline centres around the nation. Our trained crisis supporters are there to listen and provide you with the support you need. If you are placed in a queue, please hold. We will answer your call. Once you're on the call, you can talk about what's on your mind. No matter how overwhelmed you feel, we are here to listen. You don't have to give any identifying details if you don't want to. Lifeline's crisis supporters are trained to listen deeply to what is happening for you, without judgment. Depending on your needs, they will work with you to support your safety. Your crisis supporter will also work with you to help you to identify any next steps you might decide to take after the call. At Lifeline, we believe that no one should face their toughest moments alone. If you're struggling to hold on to hope or feeling overwhelmed, please remember that we're here for you. Call us at any time on 13 11 14.
Papa Macros are back on board as well. If you are new to this show, you're just jumping on, we've been flying, especially during Origin period. We have a partnership with Papa Macros. So if you go to papamacros.com.au, you can put in the code levels30 when you buy your first box. That'll get you $30 off that first box. When you return next week, by the way, this is order day today, so get it in now. The delivery will be on Sunday. Levels 10, that'll get you 10% off all future orders. I put in an order for us last week. Every now and again, they change the menu. It's probably monthly that they change the menu. One of the dishes that I've been loving recently is the chicken fajita lean. So there's my recommendation for this month. Thank you to Papa Macros. Get your orders in now because it closes tonight. All right, let's get to the games.
Just 5?
Just 5 games.
5 of the best.
Just 5 games.
Yeah.
Yep. South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Sorry, can I ask you a question? Did you like playing, like just say when and it was Origin period and you played against the teams that missing a shitload of Origin players? Or would you count that as a win? Or did you go, I want to play against the best ones?
No, I felt it deflating.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I always and to my I always enjoyed playing against the best possible teams as well. When I played, even when I was Manly's the example.
When you played Manly, yeah, I was going to say Manly.
When we played
bottom
4 teams, I've always felt flat playing those games.
What about you, Mace?
When I was playing Newcastle, and you play against some. I didn't give a fuck, right? Because I was just thinking I was always one of those guys who missed out and had to rest on those days. And then I was like, fuck, let's get those wins because they're down, right? And then you get these young kids coming up. Take advantage. Get your wins. You got to get them all. I don't give a fuck if they got like half a reserve grade team in. You're going to get it.
All right. Well, these two teams have been heavily affected. So let's start with Thursday night's game. South Sydney Rabbitohs versus Brisbane Broncos tonight at Accor Stadium. So Tallis Duncan goes to the centres for Campbell Graham. Ewan Aiken will cover him in the back row. Lachlan Hubner starts at lock for Cam Murray. As for the Broncos, so Walshy is part of the extended bench for the Broncos. So Hayes Perham will be fullback. Antonio Verhoeven for Tony Staggs. Jack Jacheski for Payne Haas. And Jordan Ricky returns from injury. So Xavier Willison playing at lock. You'd think that Xavier Willison normally plays like front row. Jacheski plays lock. But that's the makeup of the two
Still in the
teams.
middle, but, you know.
What are the odds? Luke Stowe, the bro, Stoll.
Well, Tab have South at $1.44. Brisbane Broncos are $2.80. The line is 6.5.
Who's favourite? Rabbits.
What do I
say that again?
No, what do I say?
It's too much. I thought the same thing too.
I would have thought.
I'm thinking. I'm liking the Broncos here.
I think this is a coin flip game.
Yeah.
And Reno loves playing back down here.
Yeah, I think this
Someone
is.
brought this up. Oh, so my man Brooksy at SEM brought this up. He goes, the boffins, as in, remember when Canadian boffins used to come up with the scheduling? Adam Reynolds last season in the NRL, and he's playing against the South Sydney Rabbitohs at Accor Stadium on an Origin-affected bye round.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
This should have been a better occasion for Reynolds.
Yeah, that sucks.
Imagine a full deck of cards, say round 23, 24 for Rabbitohs versus Broncos Thursday or Friday night.
I like, yeah. They
Would have
didn't
been
think
awesome.
about that, did they?
Yeah.
I think the Broncos would be too strong here because I like that forward pack. Big X, Jordan Ricky coming back, Pete Cora. Pete Cora's been a fucking hitman on that edge.
What about Ezra still on the edge?
Ezra, yeah. Don't know about that. I'll be starting him. Still back five's all right. Hayes Perham's a good, he's no fucking Walshy, but can do a job for him. Verhoeven, what's his fucking second or third game?
Third?
Yeah.
So he played a game off the bench in cover, and then he started on the wing. I like that. He looks like a player, Verhoeven.
Yeah.
Watch out for him. I don't know if he's a young player. They got him from New Zealand, I believe.
He goes good.
Yeah, he's nice.
He's a must-win for both, obviously.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon's got more desperation in him? I think the Bronx. I hope to God.
Gray, Johnston, Latrell, Tallis could go.
Yeah, that back line. I don't think they can score that many tries, South.
Cheese will be better for the run. David Fafita punched out 80 minutes. I thought Dave looked good last week.
No, he did look good. I thought it was going to take him a while to get back.
What about
He was straight on.
What about the swap that we anticipated?
Yeah, we did. We got it.
Nailed it.
Yeah. He took care of business too.
So for people who missed last week,
LeBlanc's back.
We thought without Wayne would move Dave Fafita off his preferred position on the left because why? Big Homole Olakawatu. So you don't want to tire out the big fella.
Nope.
And it worked excellent. He ended up scored his first try in a long time, punched out 80 minutes. I think Dave moves back over to the left. Ewan Aiken probably goes to the right. You think?
Yeah. Yep.
On this game?
I'm just worried about the scoring ability of Souths. Through the middle. Yeah, but who's setting them up? There's a lot of pressure on Cody Walker, and then all you're telling the Broncos is your middles put pressure on Cody Walker. Pressure from the inside, make him play early, because you're not playing. Latrell is not the threat anymore. He's got some talent, but he ain't no Trell. Tallis Duncan,
I think
back rower, playing in the centres, will do a job, but he ain't no fucking Jack Whiten or Campbell Graham. So they're just missing quality players that at the start of the year when they went on a bit of a run, they fucking had quality. They had a full deck of cards. I'm like, that's a top 8 team. But look what happens. I see a couple of injuries to some key players. Didn't expect Trell to be out for this long.
I think with the weather, Origin affected, I think this is a simplistic game plan from both of these two teams who are going to have to try to earn the right. This screams dry grey, 300 metres sort of kick return game, ball in play, wet weather, slipping under tackles. I think Jai Gray it comes up big in this game. Right. South Sydney just with no confidence. I think it's a coin flip. And if you give me 6.5 for the Broncos, I'll probably take that if I was going to have a play responsibly. Of course. All right, let's get to Friday. The Dolphins versus the Roosters. Now, this works out perfectly because both teams have key figures missing in this game. Trey Fuller was at fullback for Hammer. Tavita Nafahu on the wing for Selwyn. Felice Kafusi into the starting lineup for Jersey Flegler. Jeremy Marshall-King gets the start for Max Plath. Oren Keeley for Kulikefu Fene-Fuiaki. Now, for the Roosters,
good depth.
this is all over the shop, and this is going to change. There's no way they line up like this. They've got a couple of young guns in Rex Bathingwaite, and the other one is, someone messaged me around, where is he? His name's not there. Toby Rodwell could be a chance to play on the wing. There's going to be manoeuvring of the names. Reece Foley apparently is more of a half.
Tom Rodwell and Toby Rodwell.
Yep. So there's the Rodwells. I don't know if they're related. Don't worry about it.
No, they are.
They are?
Matt Rodwell, the Suns.
The Matt Rodwell sons, both of them. Anyway.
I'm not sure.
So this lineup's going to look completely different, but currently Cody Ramsey's in for Teddy. Reece Foley's in for Rob Toya. Egan Butcher is in the centres for Savala, who's moved to 6 to account for Ches, who's moved to 7 because of Sam Walker is playing Origin. Celestia Fiketti is at lock, and Tommy Talau is in because of Mark Nwanganitawase.
Fuck me.
Heavy.
What happens here? It's Celeste.
Fins up. What are the odds for this?
What
one?
are the odds?
Should be favouring Dolphins by a similar margin to what we just discussed.
Dolphins $1.47 with tab. Sydney Roosters at $2.70. The
Four and a
line
half.
on the money. 4.5.
I like the forward pack that the Roosters have got. They don't really lose that much.
Nafahu, White, Spencer, Angus, Siwa,
But that
Celessi,
back line has too many fucking changes in it.
Herbie, and Bostock.
Ramsey. Yeah,
Asako.
you still got Herbie. You still got Bostock, Asako, Nikarima, Izzy Katoa. Come on, man. Yeah, fins up for this one.
Fins up. Trey Fuller is
Kurt Donahue.
Trey Fuller has become Origin round specialist in filling in for Hammer in covering. He just every time he plays, the Fins fans end up going, "Fuck, are we better off with Fuller?" Like that's how good he goes.
Fahu goes good too.
Tavita Nafahu is a genuine first grader. If he didn't have the back line that he's got in front of him, he would be playing first grade on the wing. He's a gun. I love him. The Juice, we know what we expect from him. Jeremy Marshall-King's a couple of games back now. He slots back in nicely. And Oren Keeley's off to Melbourne next year. I think he's a genuine.
Reece Foley and Egan Butcher up against Herbie and Jack.
They're not going to line up like that.
Yeah.
They're not.
Surely not.
They're not. I think Hugo Savala will go back to the centres. I believe Reece Foley is more of a half, so he could play 7 or he could play 6. Egan Butcher, they think, is going to start from the bench, and it'll be Billy Smith to centres, Cody Ramsey to the wing, and Rex Bassingwaite. He's playing in the under-19s for New South Wales. Apparently, he's the
Bassingwaite's kid. Yeah.
Is it?
No.
Got me. Well, it's quite a unique last name.
It might be. It could fucking be.
How many Bassingwaites do you know?
There's fucking 2. Rex and Natalie.
Yeah. I wasn't sure on that. Go, imagine if it is. Imagine if there is a relationship. All right, I've got a same game multi for this game, Mace. I absolutely love Oren Keeley. He's on his way to Melbourne Storm next year. I think he's going to be a good pickup for them. They've got plenty of depth, and I think he covers in nicely. He'll be playing outside Isaiah Katoa. Give me Oren Keeley anytime. Cody Nikarima, run first, Suncorp. Again, playing out the back of shape on Isaiah Katoa. Give me Cody Nikarima. And for the Dolphins, I like Siwa Wong because I want anything in around Ches. Ches has been playing on the right side. Siwa Wong's having a career best year. Yeah. He's on fire this year. So Cherry Evans, Siwa Wong, I want that side of the field. I don't even know who's going to be the 6th outside of Ches. So I want the ball dominant Daly Cherry Evans to find Siwa Wong. So my same game multi is Oren Keeley, Cody Nikarima, and Siwa Wong. All right, let's go. Saturday, June 13th, the Warriors versus the Cronulla Sharks at Go Media Stadium. So huge out here, Mace. James Fisher-Harris is missing James Fisher-Harris is missing in this game. So Tanner Stowell-Smith goes to the front row. On the bench and looking to make his debut is Micaiah Tafua in place of Sam Healy. He apparently broke his thumb, but there are reports there could be at least maybe one more debutant in this game with the extended squad. So we've got Kalis Fatialofa and Jai Lanane, who have both not played first grade. Also, we've got Jason Salalilo potentially. So, a couple of new faces on the bench for the Wars, and that sort of pathways development continues to grow.
Still a strong team.
At the Warriors. As for the Sharks, Jesse Ramian, he is back in the lineup. So Moani Hiroti drops out. Jesse Calhoun goes up into the front row for Aden. Billy Burns into the back row for Britain. Lukey, odds?
Odds for this one with Tab, we have Warriors $1.42, Cronulla Sharks $2.90. The line is 8.5.
Saturday night over there. The hard game. They've still got some. I mean, they're going to miss Fisher Harris because Mitchie Barnett's out as well. But I still like Aaron Clark, Laban, Niokora, Jackson Ford, Wade Egan, Tanner Smith. He goes hard.
He goes gun. He's a gun.
He gets limited minutes off the bench, but when he comes on, he makes a difference. So
Solid.
it's a bit different being a starter. Backline's still gun. Yeah, I don't see the Sharks beating them. This will be a real tough game. Warriors with a bit of confidence. I just think they're that team. They are that team.
Last 13 plus.
Yeah.
Too many outs for the Sharks. I know they've been brave and they've been playing well. I think Brayley, Hines, Aden, Britton, too many stars, too many big names out. I know the Wires are missing some players at the moment, but they're so deep. Like they've got depth. I know we got a number of a couple of rookies here that are unproven, but the starting lineup looks pretty good. Eddie Yerome Tuava is a gun. Dimitri Vaimawanga is a gun. And then look at their extended bench. Luke Metcalf and Chance Nickel-Clockstad.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at. That's when you know you're deep.
Yeah. So.
All right. Yeah. Warriors, I'm not sure 13 plus, but
was 13
comfortably.
plus. Was 13 plus. Okay, so I've got a same game multi for the Warriors game as well. I've got KL Iro, anytime for the Cronulla Sharks. Needed to get a try score from the opposition. I think KL will be able to step up. He's the most likely left edge, outside Trindle. That's where all the traffic's going. Give me KL. For the Warriors, I like Kane Tuapiki and Chanel Harris-Tavita. I think Tuapiki just starting to warm into the role, getting the consistency of playing first grade. And I feel like Tamati Martin has been the player who's been creating a lot more stuff. And Chanel's been playing more of the sort of traditional on-ball sort of player. Yeah. But his best
I fucking like what they're doing.
Are running as well. So
Egan's key too.
Yep. Just get off the back of Egan. Jackson Ford, a big game. So my same game multi, KL Iro, Tane Tuapiki, Chanel Harris-Tavita. All right, let's get to the Parramatta Eels versus Canberra Raiders at CommBank Stadium. Jason Rolls has opted to make no changes to the team that just lost to the Bulldogs. As for the Raiders, Ethan Trange out, Dane Laurie to 6. He's looking to play every single position this year. Seb Chris will return into the centres to account for Dane Laurie not playing centres this weekend.
They missed him at lock.
Yeah, yep. Jed Stewart will go to start on the wing because he come on for Savelia Tamale after the concussion. That was a bad knock to Tamale as well.
Awkward, wasn't it?
And this was a cool moment as well. The debut of Vena Patuki Case and the content from...
Pretty cool from Stick.
Well, this is a version where even Sticks had to change, I think, with what we're talking 100%, about.
100%, because when I watched it, I went, fuck, you would hate this, but it's just part of it, isn't it?
So... have you seen the presentation to the rookie? Oh, no. Give us the odds first, and then
odds are Parramatta $2.20, Canberra Raiders $1.67. Tab have set the line at 2.5.
Here we go.
Seat, mate. Then it's been a big 3 years for you, especially with all the injuries and the adversity you had to go through. We've had massive leg injuries, and it's taken you a long while to get here. But you've got 3 very senior front rows here, mate, that want to talk to you about something.
Yeah, bro. Like Stick said, the last 3 years probably been a bit challenging for you with injury. But we've seen you put in the work pre-season. You're trying to open up a bit more, and I think you need to be rewarded for that. So this week we're going to have you on the team, brother.
Congrats, brother. You deserve it.
Yes, Ben Dog. I think the hard work that you've been doing it just starts now, bro.
Yeah, well said.
That's right. It goes on a little bit more.
Yeah.
So 2 things on that, and I think you will 100% agree with this. I don't think Ricky does that for anyone, right? No. So the journey, I don't know about the journey. I didn't know about the injuries until I haven't known much about Vena progressing through. I don't know if you've heard anything on him. He must be a fucking gun. They must have high expectations of him. He must have worked his ass off, and he clearly has, because he's earned the respect. To have those three guys in a
Joey,
room
yeah.
for a young kid like that, fuck, that must just, you want to run through a brick wall for that. So
Good. Yeah, and it said like Ricky's not used
you
to
never see that from Canberra.
No.
I've never seen that from Canberra. So fuck, I'm rooting for this kid. He must have gone through some stuff. There must have been some tough
lower leg
injuries.
injuries, probably like 2 ACLs, all that sort of shit. Like
Must
we
be.
would have been one of those kids that promising all the time.
Bit of a prodigy.
Yeah, and then backwards. ACLs can just fucking injuries as coming up.
Yeah.
Could derail your whole career. I've seen some kids that have been like such fucking freaks. 2 recos, couple of shoulder recos, mate. Before you're 20.
Yeah.
Like it's an unforgiving game. You know, it's always great to see stories like this because it's perseverance and it's resilience.
Yep.
So
let's
who's
get to
gonna
the
win?
game. It's a tough one, isn't it? You assume
Fucking Canberra, man. What happened to you last week? You're killing me.
You assume Canberra, wouldn't you? Fuck, they're not. They're
Canberra. I am assuming Canberra, right?
yeah.
They're not missing many people. I mean, they're mainly they're 5'8", strange, but like fuck.
And Huddy
Young, but they got some good guys that fucking take some places. You know, like they're not missing. You're not going to miss that much.
Yeah, Dane Laurie's
Dane Laurie. He's still got fucking. I think Ethan Sands is having an okay season.
Yeah,
he's getting more confident every single game, and I think
he'll be better for this season.
With Strange out, I think he takes the reins a little bit more.
Yep.
You still got Joey Tarps, man. He's playing lights out at the
Bra.
moment. The Bra's there. He's still got a good bench. Morgan Smithies. Like they're still a good team, man. I'm not. Fuck. This is one of those games where you're like, if we don't win this, there's something up with us.
Let's get to it. The last game on Sunday is the West Tigers versus the Gold Coast Titans. We have Taylor May returning in this game. So is Stafford Ty. So Skelton and Tavana drop out. Hamasi Makasini goes to the wing. Latu Fainu will start for Api Coruscant, who is in Origin camp. Tony Suka is a new name into the side as well. Sione Fainu also returns after missing the game through concussion. So it pushes a couple of players back to the bench in Maverick Guy, Charlie Murray. Alex Seyfarth is covering on the bench as well. As for the Titans, pretty rock solid. Only Jalen de Groot in for Jojo Fafita. And Cleese Haas gets the start for Big Tino for Suamala. That's it.
Right. Jeez.
Interesting game. West Tigers $1.50 with tab favourites at Leichhardt. Gold Coast $2.60. Line is 5.5. Too much.
Is the Dewey playing?
No. The jock. Alfred's still doing his thing.
Yeah. Fuck. I just like the way the Titans played last week.
I know.
I think they're just red hot. Hopefully, what's the weather going to be like? Hopefully, it's a dry track. If it's a dry track, Titans going to be hard to beat, man.
Forecast on Sunday. Forecast.
Dog shit. Anyway.
Ooh. What do we got? 30% chance of precipitation. 19. What's that kick off at 4?
Be a good game, but I reckon the Titans will have too much flair. Bit of Ric Flair for them. Keanu Kinney, they're missing JoJo too.
Who?
Missing JoJo as well.
Yeah, JoJo and Tino.
Yeah, JoJo and Tino. So they can make do with both those guys. I like Brimson, Sammy, fucking their forward pack's still hard. I don't know. Like I just don't think. I know 68-0. It's not. I don't care about last week.
If anything, I think that strengthens the case. Sometimes when you pick a team,
you've got to go. Like you think you just can't wait when you get done like that from Monday, and you're like, please get me on the field so I can redeem myself. It's going to be a lot of that with the Tigers playing at Leichhardt. Fuck. So I took myself back into the Tigers.
How do you bounce back after that? Like
you fucking just don't do video.
It's easier.
Anything.
It's easier.
Yeah. Don't do video, like, unless Benji's fucking mental, which I don't think so. He would just sort of went, that game is not us. Fuck off. Let's just concentrate on this week.
Confidence will be down. You definitely, like, the week's weird if everyone's walking on eggshells. But it's easier to bounce back from 68-0 than it is
14-12.
40 to 32. Because then you're like, all right, we played well, we scored tries. Like, we weren't that far off, but, like, it's a false
sense of where you are, right?
False sense
it's like,
of security,
we're fucking, nah, you're not that good.
No.
You might as well have got beat by 68 because you're that shit, but you jagged a couple of tries.
Yeah.
This one, you know where you're at. You know what happened?
Sometimes you just need a fucking boots just to get fucking boots to go, all right,
We're not that good. Stop believing your own shit.
Yeah.
What about if you're Jerome Luai? You weren't in anyone's New South Wales predicted sides. You're not even in the conversation for a bench spot.
This is
that's
his.
like he's a gun.
He needs like to win this game. He needs to be a big, like he needs to be in the Dally M, whatever, the top 3 players at the end of this game.
Well, that is perfect for my multi because I do have Jerome Luai as one of my try scorers. I think he needs a big
He
game.
needs a man in the match.
He needs a big game just for the morale, for the team.
Himself.
For his own situation, correct. He's the leader of the club, Mace. So that at the end of the day, that was unacceptable, 68-0. So Benji and Jerome have to take accountability and responsibility for that. Therefore, I think we see the best possible version of Jerome. And I have Kai Pearce-Paul also for the West Tigers for a try. I like him on the right edge. He's playing so much better this year. And my man for the Titans, got off him for a couple of weeks. We need to help him. Now he's back in the starting lineup. Adam Aho. We'll get him back. Yeah, well, he's back in the...
The Ho is back.
For context, if you don't understand the pronunciation of Ho back in back in New Zealand. So Adama, yeah, we like him getting over. So Jerome
You
Luai.
fucking talk me into Tigers. I'm Tigers.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think because I believe in Jerome Luai.
Yeah.
And I fucking know he can lead this team at Leichhardt on a Sunday after a smashing like that. He's got resilience. He's been through some shit. He needs to lead that side, and I've got confidence in him and Benji to get this job done.
All right.
Playing against fucking Penrith again.
Definitely
Nightmare's off.
Yep.
Nightmare's over.
All right, let's enjoy the weekend. When we return on Monday, we will have all of our Origin predictions.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.